Say good mornings. Good mornings, chat. thumbnail अरे रुको अभी तो आया हूँ सब कर रहा हूँ रे मेरी जान. हो गया चेंज. VCT आने अरे रुको यार रुको अभी तो एक आध कुली रुको ना. टाइटल में देखो 6 टीम का मैच चालू है. रुको क्या चेंज किया सब. फ्यूरी वर्सेस सन. अरे मतलब फ्यूरी वर्सेस सन कितना बाप हुआ देखा तुम लोग ने. 13-0 हुआ तो मैं इसलिए डाला था टाइटल में. देखा क्रेजी क्रेजी भाई. ये लोग का ऐसा मैं गलत चीज देख रहा हूँ क्या. ये लोग का ऐसा क्या एंट्री हो रहा है.
Team in Korea now, and for sure a match like this is going to prove that T1 is still one of the very best indeed. But of course, how can we not talk about Stacks here with the IGL? Oh, this guy has been working the stage since the very beginnings of these events.
I mean, when we talk about international experience,
oh,
he's fired up now. This is what I mean. Look at this. This is so fun to watch, man. These players love doing this, love being here. Playing in front of a crowd is probably one of the best things about being a pro player. So I love it when they lean into this. But yeah, Stacks, he's been here before. He's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt, you would say.
Yeah, he's always been a bit of a showman on the stage. It shows in the server as well. When the going gets rough for T1 or whatever team Stacks is playing for, he loves to take over the game himself. He will literally look for gaps on the map. He's not supporting some other player to win the round. He's often just dry walking and making the plays.
Oh, for sure, but for somebody who needs support, who needs no support rather, is Meteor. Of course, our two-time Masters Trophy winner. How can we not deny that Meteor is one of the best players in Valorant globally, if not the best?
He's arguably the GOAT here in Pacific. I mean, 2 international trophies for this guy does not get better than that. And of course, there's the extra spice today that he gets to beat his younger brother on this stage if all goes to plan, which in my mind probably means just as much as a championship point.
Yeah, potentially so. Potentially so. I think for Meteor, obviously, he was the big name signing for T1 over the off-season, stealing him away for Gen G. And the newcomer here, coming up from the academy roster, they've had musical chairs in the controller position. Honestly, DH has been pretty sharp. He has definitely fulfilled his end of the bargain thus far in these couple of games. And if T1 go on to win more and more matches and he continues putting up these kind of numbers, I think he's really going to start to win more and more people over.
I've really enjoyed watching him. He feels like a really nice addition. When we talk about that pressure on the stage, though, this is the one guy for T1 who hasn't quite done this before. You know, coming up from that academy, this is a whole new experience for him. It's a bit of a baptism by fire, but I do think it's very necessary if they want to make that run to Paris. They're sort of testing the waters here, getting familiar with these different environments. So I think regardless of the outcome for him today, it will be a very, very good learning experience.
For sure, and he has to get used to it. He better get used to it at this point, especially since he's playing on T1, right? Because there are a lot of eyes on this rookie, right? Especially with a match like this. This is such a spotlighted match that he knows that he's under a lot of pressure. He mentioned it in the previous press conference that he had, that he knew that all eyes were on him, so he's going to do his very, very best to deliver. But of course, they will be up against the Zeta Division. And what a matchup this is. This is a monster of a matchup.
Oh, it's gone blue.
Oh, the light changed. The light changed. This is a monster of a matchup for Zeta Division. They have their backs against the wall, and they need to go all in for this matchup because you know
the home ground
T1 is going to push them like never before. This stage makes and breaks the best of players, and both Zeta and T1 know how to thrive in the spotlight. Zeta, they have to remember this.
You look a normal entry chat.
And this is for Tokyo.
Oh yeah, 0-2 so far. Not the start you
want. You look a normal entry.
If you need a chance to make it out of these playoffs, you have to start winning, and it really needs to start today, Pilski.
I totally agree. I think this is a rough stage for them to try to turn around their Pacific group stage and potentially get themselves an opportunity to even play for a chance to play on home soil over in Tokyo. They've got to beat first T1 on home ground here. So
now there is no 1v1.
For Zeta Division, a couple of veterans of the Japanese scene and veterans of Pacific mixed with what was this Fnatic, which the good news for that is a lot of challenger scenes don't have as many lands, don't have as much crowd, but that's not the truth for Japan. Japan
बाप रे भाई इधर एक बंदा भी रहेगा क्या जो Zeta को support करेगा?
Land exposure for these players, which will help bed them in combination with the Pacific experience that they've been able to glean so far this year. Should be good for them on the side of Zeta.
That's why all roads lead there for stage 2, right? We are heading to Tokyo.
And of course,
Zeta want to represent very, very well on that. We're seeing the coaches walk out right now, and I'm very excited. We're starting on road to see what these coaches have prepared on that map.
Yeah, it's fun times. I mean, we've seen T1's composition already,
and
it's very, very T1-esque with that chamber. This is the style that they're known for. For Zeta Division, this is a complete unknown. To me, I love that they're picking it on this stage, though. It shows confidence. They're not trying to shy away and play a safe veto here. They're trying to catch T1 off, and I love that.
Yeah, I want to see what comp they bring into this one. They've already had the courtesy of being able to see what T1 style would be on this map. We've seen T1 play this double controller before. Playing things like Astra Omen with the Chamber as well as the Yoru in their last game. It went pretty decently for them. So we'll see if the Zeta coaching staff has cooked up something special, because at least so far, in terms of vetoes, in terms of stylistic approach, not leaning into double duelers with 10-10 and depth, I've been skeptical, and they need to start getting some results. Otherwise, I feel like they've potentially kind of thrown away an opportunity here.
I will say, though, I felt like last week, Dep really started to click in that role as the Sentinel and the Viper. I think it's making a lot more sense for him. So I really don't mind it, but I would love to see a double duelist at one point, just for the me of previous years to get to see them.
Same.
I
definitely want to see it. And against T1, that's such a good team to pull that out on, right? Gotta love them waiting for Carlisle, of course. That huddle is going to be so important, especially since we mentioned earlier we have a lot of players that are playing on this type of stage with this kind of grandeur for the very first time.
By just saying, solo खेल के मैं I think 5 or 6 wins in a row. 20 elo से 120 elo तक almost पहुंचा हूं. तो क्या आज 5-man होगा?
What is essentially a Sentinel's comp from T1. They're playing Chamber Astra, which does have its ability to be able to hold the sides. You're relying more so on the stars in the choke, kind of how people used to play Ascent, and when Astra was broken in the meta, that was a very good defensive agent for you to run. But the trip doesn't really help you hold. So honestly, I think for Zeta, on the attack side at least, I could see them be very bursty, honestly, and be able to take advantage of the fact that there is no hard over on the side of T1.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. From what we saw from T1, they don't mind slowing that game down a little bit with the Astra, with the Omen, and of course the Chamber. They don't mind walking, slowly controlling that space. So I do think that that's important. And I agree. I want to see Zeta speed up. I want to see them take the fight to T1. You know, like we saw yesterday in that first match of GE versus Genji. Genji had the answers to what GE were bringing, but GE ran at them with such confidence. I think that's the best way to challenge these top careers.
भाई लड़का लोग को है क्या एंट्री? हेलो, ये तो मेरा स्कूल है.
I'm going nowhere near there.
T1 are definitely building that villain status. But look, we got the agent select here. For T1, it is the same as they ran before. They will be starting out on attack. You're going to see a lot of buzz opping around. Izu trying to break through these chokes with the Yoru. And honestly, Meteor was pretty good on the Astra on this map the last time they played it.
Yeah, he was. It was a good fit. Zeta Division bringing out the deadlock that we've seen a little bit. Sticking with that Viper that he's become so accustomed to in this stage 2. This comp is very Zeta Division from what we're kind of looking at. This is kind of what you would expect. It's not the double duelist, so 10-10 has a lot of work to do on that individual of the Yoru. But I think it's going to be so fun to he's going to be charging headfirst into Meteor's site, who will be playing that hard anchor. So look for that head-to-head. We're all so excited for it, and I can't wait to see that play out.
That is so true. This is going to be so exciting to see the brothers face off on stage, of course. And for T1 to just have this stage, prepare this stage, and say to Zeta Division, you want to go? Let's go. And it's so exciting for both of these teams and this whole crowd that is just so ready to see the very best Pacific action happen.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I like this pick from Zeta Division. I like the map beat-up. I like the composition. I think the only thing is they need to lean into not being stressed. They need to lean away from the fact that this is on a different stage. Just try and play and have some fun on this, and that's what they need to do to upset T1 in my mind.
Well, we're gonna find out who takes this one. Is it gonna be T1 or Zeta as we toss it over to your casters, Paper Thin and Achilles.
But T1 is so
Thank you very much.
toxic.
Glad that one of us remembers our name, so that's a positive there. Hi, I'm Achilles. That's Paper Thin. And Paper Thin, I am depressed today. I'm a bit upset. Obviously, we're here at the Sangam Arena. Yesterday, I got to go over and watch the League of Legends match there at the Inspire Arena where the home ground is happening. That's why the stage is different. That's why there's a different walkout. If anyone was confused about that, it's obviously not taking place here. But that's not why I'm depressed.
Okay.
I'm depressed because because of someone who is at the Inspire Arena right now while we are not there. He wasn't there yesterday. I didn't get to meet him. He's there right now. We're an hour away. Zeta guy is in the building. He's in the country. And I'm here.
Yep.
I don't get to go see him, to meet him, to hang out with this guy, to celebrate. And frankly, I'm a bit pissed off about that.
Look, I feel the same way because Laz is there, and I want to see Laz. Big fan, so a little bit of sadness for both of us, I suppose. Love to see Zeta guy too, but a little bit of an interesting comp that Zeta's going to be running here. As the two brothers, they want to duke it out.
A little bit of early contact there, but it is going to be 10-10. Tagged up a bit and Buzz. Yeah, nice little headshot there on the XDL. Some damage going to be exchanged back across on the chamber as he falls to 35.
Let's see if Zeta can stabilize here. A lot of pressure going to be on Clues, seemingly. Uses that grab net, but not really much to do. He go 10-10 just through the smoke. Just takes stacks right out.
Saw all that doing it hard there. That celebration from him, and he wants to try to run down that arena, but Meteor. Headshots abound. 2 quick kills. There's Clues and Sugar on the floor. That's going to give a player advantage down here inside T1 as the plant comes in here on the A site. Still a ways away. Starting to work their way across. Depth, full HP. Likely need to do the lion's share of the work here.
In-game volume कम है और crowd volume ज़्यादा ऐसा लग रहा है कि मेरा headphone गया है.
Chance, and maybe if you can get a nice angle onto this, but the smoke blooms right in time. Meteor there.
Nah.
Good for the third. And now it's all on to his brother. 10-10. Time is ticking.
Yeah, at this point in the round, it's already over. It's going to be more about trying to find some damage, get some charges towards that dimensional drift, which we'll be able to do it. And the time is out there, but can he find an ace? No. Runs out of bullets, but gets damn close. Everybody going to be dead, but T1 collect the pistol round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a good effort by 10-10, you know, really wants to show up, try to kind of outdo his brother, of course, but a solid effort here. That is a snappy readjust there from Meteor. Right back into it. And a good start here for T1 in front of their hometown fans at the Inspire Arena. Awesome venue. Obviously, we got to see them for champions last year.
मेरा favorite
really
hair style है. Please.
Have that experience, but
एक बार.
One of his signature weapons, I'd say. Not able to find the tag. Kind of wonders if him and his brother looking for those ego battles.
Game sound रखो. मैं कैसे रखूं?
Buzz gonna be on mid-control duty here to start, along with Meteor a bit. Meanwhile, open up some space here, along with Stacks. The IGL still has full utility. Chunk of damage.
Solid tags. It's just going to be held here in position for now. Stiff breeze will kill 2 players here. Depp still able to find one though. Izu taken out, but very quickly after that, the floodgates will open as DH continuing to look good here for T1. Comes up with a 3K to close out an otherwise very clean anti-eco.
Yeah, I mean, the more he's getting acclimated with this roster, the better it's seemingly looking. As, you know, he seems to be pretty timely with some of his trades. Everything looking really nice there with the Bulldog. Gets a 3K right around the corner. Was the last player alive there against 10-10. Took him down, so he's 4-0 to start.
Bhai naya player hai kya DH?
Zeta really trying to establish themselves on this defender side. Haven't seen Corrode yet from Zeta, so you know we're trying to figure this map out as much as they are. In some ways, we haven't seen Sunset this year either, so it's going to be uncharted territory for them. A really nice flash. Backs 10-10 off that angle though, and that's going to maybe open things up. 10-10 has to clear the clone, and Clues does find Meteor out in the mid.
Rookie kya?
Shuts down that forward lurk. As Clues able to find another one, just peeking back in towards Vayne here from Yard. Sees the weapon getting picked up, but at the same time trying to open things on B site, cannot. And Zeta Division look to deny the bonus conversion, nearly get it in flawless fashion. DH now, last one alive. Clues in death, 1 charge away from having that annihilation online now. Is okay.
Bhai kya scene hai?
DH, the paranoia not connecting, has to back away, and it's going to be spotted out. So XDL able to collect that in the end. It's going to be 2 players
kya
steady
scene
on the side of Zeta
hai?
Division. Still, otherwise, pretty good anti-bonus.
Yeah, you gotta like what you're seeing from Clues early.
Kaun hai?
Finding some real big impact in mid, and then swinging right back over to the other side to help out XDL there. That's a nice triple for him. That's a really solid round for Zeta.
Blind agar thoda sa touch hota tha na.
Together here. You know, once T1 switches over to that defender side, that's where they were a little bit better against Boom on this map. So definitely want to try to solidify yourselves as much as possible, especially with the comp they're running. It looks pretty defender side heavy. And nice reveal.
documentary
Unable to find anything off that really.
Slowed down though on the approach. As now the barrier mesh has them basically locked out. DH, however, continuing to frag, comes up with a second before being taken down by Clues. 3v3, pivot call coming through as looks like Buzz is at least going to re-explore back into mid, try to re-clear this. Rightly so. You do have Sugar Zero looking forward now.
And I think, you know, it seems like T1 is somewhat aware of that space they've given up, so Buzz is going to wrap all the way back through spawn in towards lobby. Stack similarly going that direction. Meteor going to hang back and watch the flanks for T1. But a lot of pressure going to be on Clues. You can see the double TPs there from T1. They're going to have ability to get past some of those deadlock walls, so that's something you're really cognizant of. Some of these executes, making sure that you understand that they have the ability to find ways around that wall.
30 seconds.
I don't know if they're going to have a read that this approach from behind is coming through. It's not at the pace that it is. This double push up here from Sugar Zero and XDL could absolutely shatter them. They've been spotted. Almost make a little bit of noise, continuing to try to look for more. And there you go, now striking Buzz. Going to be taken down. Just the one weapon that fires out is swinging to the corner. XDL going to be eliminated. And that allows for Sugar Zero to swoop in, catching Stacks off guard.
Pulled him to your grave.
Meteor popping the Nebula. Paranoia to expire. The jump out of the smoke, finding the one. Clues will fall, but Sugar Zero will get on the board. Zeta tie things up.
Been better for Zeta there, right on the heels of T1 as they made their entrance into a yard. Really nicely done. Let's just take a look. Yeah, I mean, so the Yoru TP right can't go through the barrier mesh once it's put down, but if the TP's already through there, then of course the Yoru will be able to do a little TP action.
Ulti did get used there by Clues at the very end of the round to try to secure the kill on the Meteor. So a little bit of a silver lining for T1. So they don't have to worry about the annihilation here.
You have a couple ults for T1. If things go well, if you can find a couple picks, you know, of course Buzz has the Headhunter. You can use the Nightfall. You can use that Cosmic Divide.
Oh, Izu.
Pallavi here, chillana mat. Vishal so raha hai. Dancing.
Able to find Buzz there. As very quickly Zeta crunched their way down in towards mid. Stacks.
सोने का टाइम है कोई क्या मारा भाई 3 जन को.
It's just 2 more charges for clues towards that second ulti. As Meteor will try to see if he can get some additional damage dealt here. The economy from the side of Zeta still in a bit of a poor spot. But so too is Meteor. So will quickly fall. That's going to be Zeta Division finding themselves now in the lead.
Yeah, once we've gotten past the pistol and the anti-eco, Zeta's been really, really clean, especially at taking mid-control. Clues has done a phenomenal job just playing off of contact with his teammates, holding the extra angle there with 10-10 on the op. XDL sliding up from mid-top. I mean, they've got some good timing, some good coordination, some good communication. So you can see why Zeta opted to go into this map. They've been kind of trying to find their identity here in stage 2, trying to find the maps that work for them.
सुपर चैट पे क्लिक करो
found the recipe. Buzz is going to
के देखो हो रहा है क्या?
On the attacker's side, still those ults to work with. You're one away from Izu's dimensional drift. So some big tools in this round for T1 to turn this half in their favor.
उसका नींद उड़ जाएगा, crazy.
Oh, he's jumping. He's jumping.
Jump spot. Not quite able to get a glimpse there on the Sova. Oh, sees the shoulder, but XCL now backing away from the angle. Meteor, however,
walk-in करके जाके मार के आया भाई वो
trade it. Uncertain if there's going to be more players there on that B site. Gate crash now going to be sent over 10-10.
Viper smoke जैसे उसने smoke डाला था Astro ने.
Force this B side of the map should he need to, should the call come in. Pretty soon is about to. This peek out in towards main. Zeta getting a good amount of information.
Should have the read for sure. 10-10's already TP'd over.
Easy
though.
देखा ही नहीं है मैंने.
I don't know if he even saw XDL there.
Documentary नहीं देखा है.
I'd have just missed it.
पता ही नहीं क्या हुआ.
Pushing forward, spotting them all out, but seemingly not reading that Buzz was there on the flank. Finds the kill. Net gonna be locked in, gets the grab, but up against this operator. I mean, what are you really meant to do? Buzz is just holding the angle. He's not even sending out the shot. He's like, I keep winning if you can't get me off this angle. If you can't get me unscoped. Finally finds the kill. Buzz just playing it patiently. And T1 tied 3-3.
I love that from Buzz. Just knew. You know, at that point, you're the defenders. You have the advantage in that situation. You just wait till Clues commits. That's so good. I'm not sure what happened with 10-10 there. Just kind of came out of the dimensional drift and maybe just didn't check that corner. Didn't expect that the chamber would be tucked into B lobby like that, or into B main like that. It's still going to keep the op in their hands.
There's been some weird things happening with chambers around the world.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody in the EMEA.
I thought you were going to dunk on Baby Bay for a second.
No. No, somebody at EMEA jumped out of a dimensional drift, and I don't even know why I'm talking about it right now, but T1, they're winning the round. They had a classic in hand. They didn't have a short.
Game sound कुछ नहीं है.
Able to find one, try to back
away. तो मेरे को वो बुरा लग रहा है T1 के लिए.
Try to slow down the approach.
Game sound कुछ नहीं है भाई.
Meteor though, great damage going to be found. Pushes out of the smoke. And those aren't even right clicks. Man, just hitting the headshots.
ऐसा लग रहा है मैं टीवी पे देख रहा हूँ.
Everything to do.
अभी भर दिया.
Gets himself up to 3 as well. He's chasing. Stacks trying to get himself around the corners, able to do so. Continuing on the hunt, desperately wants to try to find this kill.
यहाँ से घूम के जा.
Now they've joined in together.
Love it, bunked by but FT1.
An ace here from him.
Chilleri.
He's able to find this round win.
Doable. Very, very doable. Dodges the haunt as well.
Player तो बढ़िया था वो. सिल्वन कुछ भी बोलो. Player तो बढ़िया था.
Slow push up. Yeah.
लेकिन एक चीज तो है भाई ये लोग
Zach's holding the low ground, able to find it.
इसलिए क्योंकि बहुत passionate है.
T1
maintaining control. That was
a lot scarier for them than they had anticipated going into what they thought was going to be just a full eco.
But oh yeah, I mean you get those kills from Meteor and you think, okay, this is good to go. God, that's nasty.
कभी-कभी भर देते.
And Stacks there with the cleanup. Depth challenging.
ये लोग का standards
still
बहुत
his
high है
mechanics quite good. But not enough to get Zeta another round win, and those ult cycles really valuable there. Using Izu's, using Stacks' ult. You still have Meteor's Cosmic Divide that you're sitting on. You could
देख मेरे को क्या हुआ ये सब मेरे को पता नहीं
है. Which chamber were you?
Yoru.
Oh,
लेकिन
which
T1
Yoru?
को तो
Sorry.
मैं बहुत टाइम से
Oh,
सपोर्ट कर
remember now. Sunset.
बहुत टाइम से.
B main. Jumped out of a dimensional drift and just didn't have a shorty, had a classic.
Oh, I remember that now.
Wow. Okay. Oh, and he's dead. Okay.
Sure.
Through the smoke and shooting at the clone. They're
क्या हुआ
on.
मेरे को नहीं मालूम क्या
Zero
हुआ.
dies. It's multiple strays caught all at once.
भरना is okay पर एक ही प्लेयर को भरना बार-बार.
That's a little bit of a feels bad.
जो
man.
भी है भाई. इतना सब करके वो लोग रिजल्ट्स ला रहे ना.
Clone to work with himself here.
10-10 with a nice little check in. Swinging out, looking for a bit
No
more,
trophy
but
है
it
उनके
is
पास.
far more target rich than he might have expected. And as the smoke falls, XTL just able to find a headshot on the stack step now.
बताओ.
Got 3 in the last round. Can he do it again? He is very quick to try to rotate in.
वो लोग का
through
LoL one
yard
of
to
the
get on
best
this
LoL
flank.
teams है.
Could go on red, but it's a
बताओ.
lot of angles to try to clear. Check to the right, nothing spotted. The jump peek comes in, perfectly timed from Meteor. Catches a glimpse, alerts the rest, swings out, finds the kill. T1 now up to 5.
ठीक है.
Yeah, a few kind of awkward moments here for Zeta. 10-10 tries to make a play. That first kill for DH. Nice through the smoke, but 10-10 there, swinging off of his util, trying to see if he can catch him. And then XDL as well. Not sure if he was just expecting T1 to make a faster move there through mid-stairs into A-Link,
वो लोग का भी
but
मैच चालू है क्या?
they did not, so it's going to be a
एक
timeout.
Red
for
Bull
Zeta.
एक
Desperately
Masters.
needed one.
अच्छा वैसा दो ट्रॉफी है.
Got to recover this defensive half. Love to get this up to 7-5, but
कैसे दो मत
so
से?
far, you know, some of that early mid control that Zeta was taking, post, you know, pistol eco round.
मर्जी क्या लगता है
crumbling.
एज अ esports
You know,
player
T1 able to find some good entries. They found a
किसी
good
एक
lurk
प्लेयर को
with
भरना
Meteor
हारने के बाद
at one point.
इसे ट्राई टे
All
रहा
of those things starting to really kind of make Zeta
क्योंकि
unstable.
wrong वाले
So you got to look to
trophy
shore
ला
up
रहे.
the defenses at B main,
हाँ?
at A main.
यहाँ पे इतना
Kind of one
प्यार
of the
करके
interesting things
सपोर्ट
about
करके
this composition that they're running the deadlock is
इस
it
स्टैंड
looked
वाले
like they
पैसे
had a
के लिए
pretty good
भाग रहे
idea early
बेंच.
on when and where to throw like the barrier mesh and stuff like that to keep things kind of slowed down for T1, but since then T1's done a good job of baiting that out early, clearing it out. You know, with Buzz
Wrong
being
by
able to
wrong.
get those jump peaks with the
कैसे बोल
operator
सकते
in the
ट्रॉफी
mid
तेरे
as well,
पास.
that's opening up the map a little bit and making things trickier for Zeta to take that mid control back. So Buzz is actually going to go for the outlaw here, knowing he's going up against an eco. A lot of sheriffs, a couple half armors. It's going to be a target-rich environment for the chamber. And he's got his ult in the back pocket for a future round.
Flash to the corner, the swing coming out. And Izu. Snappily able to find clues.
तो मैं ऐसे बोला कि हाय 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 क्या
Violations,
मारे इसने.
Not to be concerned about.
छी.
It's Buzz once again. Oh, I think he spotted him.
Sorry right by right.
Spin
यही
down.
तो है
10-10, he'll
दिक्कत.
just clear out the trademark, backs away.
अपन ऐसा उंगली कैसे उठाए
See
जब
both
इधर ही कुछ नहीं है समझ रहे हो?
Sova and the Yoru.
आए केड़ो आ गया.
100 credits into the nether.
कब आ गया?
Looking to
Yeah, why
see.
not?
Yeah, I mean,
देखा
yeah,
है?
ये पुराना
plenty of cash.
Oh. Now you're streaming क्या?
Why will I say?
And
Then what you do?
they're gonna try
That's
to
the
sneak 10-10 up off this.
ठीक है.
But DH, it's gonna be his job to make sure that
Right,
any lurks are
right.
dealt with.
नया
You know,
player.
T1 quickly
Yeah?
recognizing that after that one round, you can't give that up. This is a fake. This
And
is
10 in a good spot to get information. He's going to be hearing those footsteps going through.
पेट तो मारा फ्री
Well,
में.
maybe he can just even linger around, try to get a jump
लेकिन
here on
ये
the
लोग को साइट
stacks,
मिला.
but just going to quickly push
30
forward,
seconds left.
get himself in front of this cosmic divide. Stacks, smoke comes in,
नहीं बे ओमेन
Pink
मारा
coming
पे
down.
फ्री
He's
में.
expecting this pressure here in mid. 10-10 now striking though, catching DH off guard. Finds the kill, but cannot collect the weapon. Buzz quickly swings out with the outlaw.
पेट भी मरा.
that might catch stacks here.
आए आए.
He does. That's going to be a weapon
कौन
recovery.
याद कर रहा है मेरे को इसकी माँ
Trying
का?
to get a little bit closer. Oh, the dink through the corner.
Remaining.
Spray down from Izu, finding Sugar Zero. The swing out from
W,
Buzz will
W.
take out Death. 2 casualties. Look like maybe they're going to make a go of it, but T1
आपको पता है
not
मीटियोर और
allowing the
टेंटन भाई ये
threat to come
सगे
through at
भाई
the
है.
back of the timeout.
Some really neat timings from Zeta in this round on this eco. Able to get 10-10 in between the main force of T1 and where Stacks was trying to
Yes.
help sell the fake over
10-10
on B-main.
छोटा भाई करके throw कर रहा है क्या?
Looks like
ये
it's set
गया
up for
पे.
B site, but the whole time, you know, Meteor's already
Nice.
near the front door of A. So the whole time that was a fake, and then you know, depth there, finding a nice timing onto stacks. They knew he had rotated down there. At least able to get a couple out of that, but now you got to get this round to go here at Zeta.
भाई एक बार ये एंगल दिखाओ क्या दिखता है ये एंगल से कभी नहीं देखा है
judge behind it too. Up again for 10-10.
ये वो टीपी से क्या क्या दिखते रहे ओमेन के मिड का टीपी से
He's not in a position currently where he's going to be
पहला बंदा है जो टीपी मारा है वहां पे
has to clear the drone though.
Start of the round में हां Pulse of Steel
Just going to spray down a little, relying on that deadlock util, kind of cover that mid control. Cycle of smoke, keep that barrier mesh a little bit safer, a little bit longer. Now T1 wants to start to clear it. Should be able to do so pretty quickly. Buzz anticipating that maybe Clues was going to try to peek that angle. We saw Clues looking at it. He knew there was a little gap there. Seeing if he could get a punish. There's Sonic sensor.
Izu ult मार के जाएगा, Stacks ult मारेगा, एक बंदा free में मारा.
And they're behind it, but has the backpedal now as the dimensional drift comes in from Izu, pushing forward. Buzz about to get timing, cannot hit the flick.
Almost
there, but just not enough of an adjustment. Meteor hanging back, continue to watch that main approach. Quickly trades it out. Once again, it's going to be another round where Clue starts things off, finds it. Looks like maybe can find some value off the annihilation, but then gets caught.
There is no way clear
again having to be held. Izu holding close, finds the first, finds the second. Dep now dead. It's going to be a double push out of the smoke here at Yard where DH.
But DH तो बाप खेल रहा है.
6 feet under, 7-3. T1 securing a lead at the half. Now looking for a 9-3.
That's brutal. That's brutal for Zeta Division. Like you mentioned, you're chewing through a bunch of annihilation opportunities. Not going to be able to cycle a second one in, you would think, at this point.
This is the second one.
Right. That's right, he used one. That's right, I forgot because it just did nothing that it even existed.
He gave his life up to get the round win, but
good God.
Lost the ult in the process.
Wait for fracture.
Gonna be another thrifty attempt, another little hero weapon, and another great start for Dep.
Chara.
TP up into the smoke from Sugar Zero, just the opposite side of this one. Layers in another, anticipating where DH had gotten himself into with that from the shadows.
That's just gonna pop the pit quickly.
Pit in their face. I mean, wanting to try to secure this as a thrifty, spraying and praying. And he gifted a little sharp headshot to his own skull. TH, maybe I've been lucky on the fadeaway. Finds Dep, it's the Guardian now down. Meteor rewrapping around the side. Dimensional drift is in for 10-10. He can try to find a target for this annihilation, but Clues is still on the approach. He's still trying to make his way over.
Seen him. Gosh, he has 14 health.
Spike is down.
एक बंदा 5 मिनट के डिले में पता है HKL.
Meteor eyes in towards that mid angle.
Cover going out.
Smoke over to the side. Yeah, I mean 10-10's trying to go on a very late rewrap.
30 seconds left.
एक T1 Academy है जिसको 5 में खेलने मिल रहा और एक हमारे यहाँ
opportunity. I guess the call is just get the
हमारे यहाँ Academy आया 1 साल पहले.
Bit more damage suffered.
वहाँ पे बचपन से Academy team है सारे orcs के.
Takes TP. Starts pushing out of the smoke. And there it is, death from above. 10-10 with the Phantom recovered. Able to find the round win. We finally get the annihilation. It does find value. And Zeta will find a 4th round victory here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence flowing for T1, and rightly so. You've already got 7 on your attacker side here to try to contest that Viper's pit, and it almost works. Just too many ults in the back pocket for Zeta.
T1 जीतेगा.
10-10 carving an X over the T1 logo.
ना मान रहे.
As it's a thrifty for Zeta to steady the ship.
I like that. Trying to play into the rivalry that's going on today. Nice reposition there from 10-10. Sacrifice the spike to make sure.
Zeta come back.
Safer angle. 14 HP. Probably was worried about challenging a push out back towards B main.
मुश्किल पता है क्यों है? क्योंकि ये बंदा क्या मार रहा है मेरे को नहीं पता.
Thrown out early.
DH.
Was with an operator. Nice cover.
Finding it 10-10. Dead off the rip this
ऐसे
time.
जगह से मार रहा है ना.
He's going to be pushed back. Meteor down to 16. Buzz tagged up a bit.
भाई XDLL का रीड अच्छा है.
For this.
इसका रीड था.
Meteor.
अयो.
Any amount of HP is enough for this guy.
भाई वो देख रहा था ना.
Cuts down 2. And T1 quickly shatter any built-up momentum for Zeta Division from the previous round. Taken towards their spawn, Meteor. I mean, they don't know where he is.
Yeah, it was just so unexpected. I mean, you would think, you know, with how lit up he got, that most players would just try to fall back to mid-bottom, especially with the way that Buzz is just sending in blind op shots towards mid-top and just not read at all by XDL.
Well, not going to stick around for the third.
ये मैप कैसा लगता है आपको? अच्छा है एक्चुअल में खेलने के लिए.
Then maybe try to find it. Spike now planted.
लोग बोलते डिफेंस है वे पता नहीं मेरे को अटैक है भी
A
लगता.
3K from 16 health, 8 and 4 at the half. T1.
ये कुछ टाइम में बनेगा.
Solid here on Zeta's map.
ऐसे ही बनेगा 8493 वाला मैप.
Like Zeta might have a pretty good read on the map early, at least on their defender side. 3 rounds in a row, and then after that, it was mostly T1. Meteor, another great lurk. He really seems to understand how to maneuver with the Astra. Use some of those smokes to keep your opponents guessing. And that was just a crazy aggressive play. Again, you wouldn't expect him when he gets lit up that much that he's going to just waltz his way forward. And Zeta just can't quite figure things out in time. On their map, pick a corrode.
सारे couples.
Well, they're leaning into something new a couple different times.
भाई क्या है ये? भाई सच्ची में कोई लड़का नहीं है.
T1 fans have to like what they're seeing.
हाँ? 2-3 couples दिख रहे बस.
Let them know.
And I'm sure that this was, you know, something mentioned when T1 and kind of debuted on Corrode when they played against Bill. This is the only time. This is the only map in history where Meteor has actually been playing Astra.
Yeah.
Which fairly complicated agent to pick up. Clearly the prep it's been going well. But when you have a guy that can just aim the way that he does, lurk the way that he does, very well suited to it.
Well, and it's
a
little bit similar to how he pilots the Viper, right? Like where he's just
throwing
smokes around to try to keep you guessing where and when he's going to be, so he can run similar kind of ideas, and he's willing to take risks through his own smokes, through enemy smokes, to take a little bit extra space. And he's one of the best in the business at it. You know, his brother said it in an interview that they had that he thinks Viper's his best agent. He's making a case that Astra might be just as good.
Well, there you go, brothers colliding here in mid, and Meteor comes out on top.
Chat.
Just barely.
Chat, caught chat. Caught in 4K, huh?
It's the 10 health, but I mean, at the last round, who knows?
That's all he needs.
Here comes 2 more kills. And Hunter from Buzz, ready to commence battle over outside of A, but
they're
going to be repositioning.
The toxic screen
एक TH है जिसमें दोनों भाई एक टीम में
if it goes back up.
पैसा डबल
There it is.
और यहाँ पे कोई भी आ रहे कोई भी जीते पैसा घर में.
Ball's about to fall and the elbow spot.
ये तो सोचा ही नहीं.
Doesn't necessarily give him the numbers, but Meteor grabbed here by the net. Recon quickly cleared out. DH forward into the smoke, finding one.
भाई वो भी academy player है ना लेकिन.
Low for T1, but they're quickly rewrapping, rejoining, and reinforcing. To go pushing their way forward. Depp includes some very nice shots. Fine stacks to DH. Buzz and Izu. Now just Buzz. Last one standing. 3 bullets in the headhunter. Can put none of them to use. A 4K from Depp. Get Zeta Division their first pistol win in the series.
or Meteor.
And they shorten the gap now to 3.
A couple of T1 players just kind of get caught off guard.
नहीं पुराना player है Zeta का लेकिन academy से आया वो player.
They read the macro pretty well here. Depp just reacting really nicely there to DH, tucked into his own smoke, working around some of that Viper util as well. Depp No doubt about it. He's still got it no matter what agent he's on. That puts him back into positive territory in the KD department. And Zeta use some of that Sova util to get a read on the aggressive positioning. I think you're looking for the chamber a little bit there as well. Spot the Omen. Certainly DH no slouch as we've seen. Sugar Zero does find Meteor, trying to lurk.
Smoke falling, Izu trying to swing around into the cubby, but Sugar Zero's right there waiting for him. Barely able to find any damage. Overall, things looking very well poised here for Zeta Division as Buzz, I was going to say, only one that could realistically get some solid damage across. Then again.
भाई कुछ तो सीन है भाई, डीएच को गोली भी नहीं लग रहा है भाई. लगी.
I mean, that's fine. Just feels a little bit random.
It is.
3K at the end of that one. Zeta Division, very clean.
भाई डेडलॉक कितना परसेंटेज है
The anti-eco now going to the bonus. If they can get a conversion here, and we are off to the races for Zeta to still be able to close out this corrode map.
At least इसका ट्रैप ऐसा रहेगा कि मालूम पड़ेगा ना.
Other than his util.
तो मजा
Doesn't
आएगा.
upgrade the gun. He just keeps the ghost. So he's flush with cash. Kind of curious if they're going to try to get another operator into 10-10's hands.
एक और भाई लोग की जोड़ी
Try
फोर्स करना
to establish that mid control.
एक्सक्यूरेट अभी भी कौन सी टीम में, लेकिन अभी नहीं है वो शायद कोई टीम.
You know, obviously this round the bonus is going to be looking to hang on and see what you can do. Actually, he grabs a vandal for this one.
हाँ ना, लेकिन एक्चुअल में तीसरा भाई का जोड़ी है वो.
Izu does manage to find 10-10 there. Swing in, depth, continuing to deliver. And with Meteor down, start feeling a bit more confident trying to get this conversion going. Weaponry still not fully on their side.
जो मर्जी.
Clues can try to swap out that Marshall. It's going to be looking good, but
जो
now
मर्जी. सोम भाई.
taken down. As Izu finds another. Hello, Prius. DH. Cleaned up Sugar Zero. Suddenly it's a 4-2.
Just everybody's catching strays from you today.
He regularly catches them.
Oh, I mean, that's because we like it.
And if
भाई
it's not
डैमेज
me,
देना
then
पड़ेगा
it's
भाई,
just
नहीं
Sliggy.
दिया
That's
डैमेज.
true. To be fair, we do like Prius a lot.
Oh my! Well, we caught that one. That was
Nappy
snappy
मारा
as all
बे.
hell.
ए
The
स्ट्रीम
kill for
स्नाइपर.
Buzz bonus conversion going to be denied. T1 adding another round here to the counter in the second half.
Yeah, relatively clean
बाहर
there
में
from T1.
esports consider करता है तो good
Good
option.
awareness.
Good option.
Yoru v Yoru battle. Gonna go Izu's
बाहर का
way.
esports scene अलग
And
है
then
भाई.
there was some nice util from Stacks at the front of A-Maid to get some recognition on where the Sova was and some of the other players. Kind of keeping Zeta Division pinned in there. T1 was able to take full advantage, just pressing the map forward. Now let's see what they want to do. Full Vandals here for
ऐसा
Zeta.
शॉट आपके कितने लगते हैं?
Spot on
6
the,
wins in a row
I
चालू है
assume
मेरा.
that's a clone.
Yeah,
देखा
indeed.
किसकी
Yep.
UPI?
And well,
Oh.
once again, this is just tucked in position here in mid. Widely goes unread,
भाई.
and now they're just
Clean.
scaling forward.
Clean big.
Full
Clean.
scatter
Clean.
here. Zeta Division not knowing
Clean,
what was hitting them
babe.
from any angle.
Clean.
Never got a read, never got an understanding. T1 is all flood into mid so quickly and take them
Sexy
down
blind
one
मारा ना?
by one.
Yeah, just a great
यादें
little
कोरिया
flash
में
there
जिनकी
from
भाई-
Izu to set things up.
भाई मजाक से हटकर अगर तुम में से किसी भी वो व्लॉग नहीं देखा है ना, वो वाला व्लॉग देखो, कांड फट जाएगा तुम्हारा. सिर्फ एकेडमी देख के, मेन चीज भी नहीं, सिर्फ एकेडमी देख के भाई.
I mean, put me in the, put me down there. Give me the mic. I'll get the T1 fans
क्या
fired
था?
up.
I was in आउ वाला सीन था वो. I
They
was
have
in
cheerleaders.
आउ.
They do.
Yeah,
And Chobra.
and Chobra.
गलत सीन था बे वो स्पोर्ट्स का.
I assume that he is probably wearing his
कौन
RRQ
सा
jersey.
व्लॉग?
But
क्या
they
टाइटल
play
था?
later.
बिंक्स कोरिया.
No, they got to play Nongshim, though.
Yeah,
Sexy blind.
but it's Chobra. Anyway, TP forward here from DH. Buzz killing two. As now striking, binding the quick little pivot. Cleans up the remainder.
जेंजी
T1
वाला
up to
हाँ
11.
बे.
Yeah, the woes just continue for Zeta Division. This is kind of what I worried about going back to that first half where they couldn't really get their footing going on this defender side. This comp, to me, looks pretty Okay.
Sure.
Looks pretty defenders heavy. Just good reads. Stacks as well. Super fired up today on stage, so he's a big game player. Loves the crowd. Loves these moments, and he's calling a nice one for T1. They're just so aggressive. You know, Buzz and Izu in particular here in mid, so annoying to deal with. So Depth this time gonna tuck in behind the T1 smoke. He does at least get a Prowler to come through. A little bit of confirmation that, okay, nobody's pressed forward on Zeta just yet. You don't really know, though, what's going on over at A. You've left quite a bit of space open. Not much util either. You're just going to have to rely on good shooting again, but that's something T1 has in spades. Especially with a tour de force there. That smoke has to be mega suspicious.
Buzz. Okay, for a second. Swing out. Still is. Noise about to be made. Fight here at his feet, now going forward. Lines up two.
Oh, almost ah. Sub low hai lekin, sub low hai.
Down to 12, 10-10 tagged as well. Dimensional drift going forward. He's going to explore all the way in towards backside. For now, Stacks completely unnoted. TP's out. Going for the exit. 10-10.
फेक कर रहे थे वो लोग, फेक कर रहे थे. देख ओमेन भी इधर ही है.
This is cute from Sugar Zero, but
oh, fake नहीं हुए.
Fooled. Thought maybe off that Omen ult that he had gone to a different site, but now he's in trouble.
10 seconds left.
10-10. I don't know.
ये वाला नहीं रे, ये वाला नहीं vlog.
Why? I think it's all to
ये
try
वाला
to
vlog
sell
में मैं
that
smart दिख रहा हूँ, लेकिन ये वाला
they've
नहीं.
gone to the other side of the map, like trying to confuse him. I'm trying to.
ये वाला वो है, 1.5 लाख वाला वो.
You can be the bad cop. Go ahead.
Headbutt तो लिंक
Confusion, it worked, but
1.5 लाख
unfortunately, I
वाला.
think it also hit himself.
1 लाख वाला.
10-10.
I mean,
Apparently, is a Pokemon.
मैं बताता हूँ, रुक
Isn't
जा.
that some Sun Tzu stuff? You know. You don't want to keep your allies confused too, so it doesn't tip the enemy.
ये होने दो, ये
I
होने
think
दो.
physical damage is more valuable than psychic damage.
गांड पड़ जाएगी तुम्हारी.
At least in this context.
Well, DH top fragging, by the way, for T1. I
हाँ
would like
बे.
to give a tip of the cap to the rookie. Oh, Izu. Oh, it's just
की
unfair.
माँ
He
का
just got
रुकिए बे
ahead.
ये. मैं बराबर
Didn't
था.
anticipate it. Now Izu has his ult.
एक बना क्यों नहीं लेते? एक रुकी टीम करके, रुकी 5.
Make matters worse. A couple Guardians, couple Vandals available.
जैसा
for
रैंकर से
Zeta.
वैसा रुकी
Trying to
5.
turn something around, but Buzz just holding with this op. A little bit of noise being made there by clues, but this should allow T1. He's not really hearing or seeing much else off the back of that. Kind of lean into the other side of the map, and that's exactly what they're doing. Clue's doing his best to create attention, grabbing an orb, but DH in trouble maybe.
And he is. Sugar Zero. Missile clear. Back to parity, where possible. Depth. Flushes out the enemy fade. Now the push coming in. Cutting through mid into B. Quick on their heels is going to be Meteor. Push out of the smoke though, and Izu able to find one. Depth does note that flank coming in. This Buzz now dropped. This leaves Izu. All his own devices. Flushed out down to 1 HP. Killed off. Big round here from Sugar Zero. Keeps Zeta in this.
It's also really good stuff from Depp in terms of remembering what happened the last time they tried that 3-man push up mid a little bit later into the round, that there was a player right behind them pretty quickly. And he instantly turned once he's like, oh yeah, my toxic screen dropping. I'd better check stairs. And he nails the timing. I mean, Stacks thought he was going to be able to slide in behind him, and Depp was having none of it. So for what it's worth, that's good stuff from Zeta. Like, good map awareness there. Able to win one of those challenges out through mid. So now you got to get 5 more in a row just to get to OT. It's challenging, but
certainly does.
That's basically Zeta का नाट जैसा.
You got the Hunter's Fury.
Stacks has a nightfall. He could use it in a
गलत साउंड कर
retake,
रहा है
but
Zeta का
Axis will
नाट्स,
find immense
लेकिन
amount of value just right here.
समझ गए
Barrel's
होगे
getting a
तुम लोग।
good amount of information. T1 very quickly justifying having 4
T1 का
players
voice
stacked
कॉम
up on
वाला
the same
ड्रामा
side of the
देखा
map.
नहीं,
Yeah, you know
बाद में
Depth's in that
देखूंगा।
corner, so trying to spray for him crossing. Didn't get it to go. T1 going to be a little bit more cautious, especially with this dimensional drift. Have a good
Splash is
read.
flying, Paranoia going to be sent into the corner. Izu sending it out, exiting, Shorty connecting. Clue's going to be taken down. Spike now there on the floor. Look, they're trying to flush him out the swing of the corner.
my
Meteor
God, वो जिंदा कैसे?
doesn't care about your clone.
भाई इजू
Sprays
जिंदा
right
कैसे अभी
through.
तक?
Finds two as Depp.
Dep.
It's very much the same. 2 quick kills, Buzz on the approach. The operator in hand, the headhunter. 1 bullet would take it down. Depp tapping, trying to catch him here with knife in hand, and Depp plays it beautifully. 4K Red Bull clutch. Zeta, 4 rounds left to go. Ults not needed.
It just never
Depp
gets old.
बोलते।
Just depth is so damn good. This is crazy good stuff from Izu in this round as well. The timing with him and Meteor. Izu actually, the recon dart is coming out, and he tucks right into that little corner that the toxic screen creates, just in around the corner amid stairs. So the recon doesn't scan him. Zeta doesn't read that he could have done that, and that's when him and Meteor spring that trap. Really well thought out, but Depp just outplays them all.
अपन नेट क्यों दे रहे पता नहीं भाई।
Man's a menace.
Paranoia trying to slow up the approach here. DH repositioning. His clone not going to be shot at. Okay, DH snap back to this guy. Just like that, round after round. Every time it feels like Zeta start getting the momentum going here in their favor. It all ends up on Depp's shoulders. Swooping, looking for it, but there's just going to be too many targets. Counter swing from Stacks will shut it down, not allow for any more heroics to come.
हाँ, तुम लोग को बोल रहा था ना देखने, ये देखो, ये देखो, ये है अपना जेंजी का एकेडमी। हाँ, ये है जेंजी का एकेडमी, ठीक है? जेंजी का एकेडमी है, ये ठीक है, एकेडमी है, एकेडमी। इधर ये ग्राउंड फ्लोर है, सिर्फ ये ग्राउंड फ्लोर है, ठीक है? ये क्लासरूम है। किसका क्लासरूम है? ई स्पोर्ट्स गेम खेलने का, गेम खेलने का क्लासरूम। चैट ठीक है? और वो ये सब अभी सब बन रहा है, ठीक है? वहां पे वर्कर्स ये कंस्ट्रक्शन सब चालू है, ठीक है? यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी चालू हो गया है क्लासरूम, और जो 2 बंदे तुम लोग खड़े दिख रहे हैं ना, वो टीचर्स है। और सब लोग क्या खेल रहे हैं? वैलोरेंट। ये बचा जिंदगी में, हाँ? दिख रहा है? दिख रहा है चैट? अभी ये जो बंदा है ना, ये व्हाइट वाला कपड़ा, इसके लेफ्ट और राइट में 2 टीचर्स है जो अभी इसको टाइम दे रहे। और ये वाला पार्ट देखना, गांड फट जाएगी, गांड फट जाएगी। अभी ये लोग पढ़ाई कर लिया, स्पोर्ट्स कैसे खेलते हैं पढ़ाई कर लिया, बराबर। स्कूल में टॉप बच्चे को कैसा टॉफी मिलता है, कि हे आप #1 आए, ये लो मैंगो बाइट, बराबर। यहाँ पे जो टॉप बंदे हैं, यहाँ पे जो टॉप बंदे हैं, वो लोग सेकंड फ्लोर में क्या करते हैं? हाँ, ये जो सामने दिख रहा है ना, 5v5 लैंड सेटअप का कस्टम बूथ है ये। जो नीचे पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, उसमें जो टॉप आते, जो लोग सीख के आगे जाते, वो 10 प्लेयर लोग 5v5 ये वाला वाइब में खेलेंगे। बकचोदी नहीं करेंगे, अंदर बैठ के रैंक नहीं खेल सकते वो लोग। ऐसा नहीं है कैफे में आ गया, ये क्या सेटअप है, लैन खेल लिया, रैंक खेल लिया, ऐसा नहीं है भाई। नीचे जो पढ़ाई कर रहे, वो लोग में जो बाप खेला, जो टीम खेला, जो टीचर्स लोग ने बोला कि हाँ ये 10 बंदे, हाँ, और इतना ही नहीं, सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं, बाहर ये जो सीटिंग है, ये वो बंदे लोग के लिए जो इम्प्रूव कर रहे, और वो लोग क्योंकि अंदर खेल नहीं पा रहे, वो लोग बाहर बैठ के टीवी पे स्क्रीन अंदर का मैच चालू रहेगा और वो लोग सीख सकते। तो मतलब ये नहीं कि जो लोग इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं है वो लोग चटको, जो लोग इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं है बाहर बैठो, अंदर वालों को रूट करो, टीवी पे देख के सीखो, और टीचर यहाँ पे सिखाएगा। ये है भाई, वहां पे ये एकेडमी है भाई, सोचो। और जो अपन अभी इतना बोल रहे ना, गलत किया T1, गलत किया T1, मैंने तो डॉक्यूमेंट्री देखा भी नहीं है, लेकिन जो गलत किया ना तुम लोग के हिसाब से, ये जेंजी है, इससे 4 गुना बड़ा, 4 गुना बड़ा वो लोग का मेन बूट कैंप है और वो लोग का एकेडमी है। सोचो, हाँ। और अपन इतना अच्छे होके किसी के साथ कुछ गलत नहीं करके, अपने पास सिर्फ ये सीटिंग नहीं है जहाँ पे लोग टीवी पे देख के सीख सके। ग्राउंड फ्लोर और सेकंड फ्लोर तो छोड़ ही दो। प्लेयर कैन नॉट बी रूट टू प्लेयर। अरे करके भी वो लोग के पास सब कुछ है भाई, वो लोग के पास तो सब कुछ है। और वो लोग ने वो दिखाया क्या, आने का, वो लोग ने ग्राउंड फ्लोर में वो दिखाया क्या, देखने दो, दिखा हो सकता। अच्छा वो नहीं दिखाया शायद। ये मेन है उनका, जंजी का। ये मेन बेस है वो लोग का, ये जंजी का मेन बेस है, ये एकेडमी नहीं है, जंजी का मेन बेस है। पूरा ट्रॉफी वॉफी रखा है और सब कुछ। ये देखो, ये मेन बूट कैंप है, और इससे T1 का बूट कैंप दिखता है। जाएगा, ये देखो ये देखो ये देखो, ट्रेनिंग रूम, मीटिंग रूम, ऑफिस, स्ट्रीमिंग रूम, कैफेटेरिया। हाँ, 6-7 माले का बिल्डिंग। ये लोग ने दिखाया भी नहीं है शायद कैफेटेरिया वो सब। गांड फट जाएगा बे कैफेटेरिया देख के, सिर्फ कैफेटेरिया देख के गांड फट जाएगा। ये लोग ने नहीं दिखाया शायद। ये तो ये बेसमेंट है, और ये बेसमेंट है ना, इधर भी अभी क्लासेस चालू होएगा। एक फ्लोर है वहां पे, वो क्लासेस चालू होएगा। Who is talking about academy? S12 never had a Valo lineup before EWC because a Porsche owner once said there is no ROI, so no point investing. Yeah boy, सबसे पहले आपके गांड में हाथी का लंड, सबसे पहले हाँ, यहाँ पे S12 ने कोई ठेका नहीं लेके रखा है कि हर गेम को आगे लेके जाएंगे, सिर्फ पैसा बंद करेंगे। क्योंकि तुम्हारे फाफा के चाचा के लड़का तो पैसा नहीं देते थक भाई को। हाँ, मैं स्पोर्ट्स अपने रीजन में क्या चल रहा है और स्पोर्ट्स बाहर के रीजन में क्या चल रहा है वो बता रहा हूं मैं। समझ रहे हो? समझ रहे हो? हर चीज में एशिटिल। क्या बात हो रही है इधर? क्या बात हो रही है? हाइड हो गया? क्यों हाइड देने का? ऐसे लोगों को आंसर करने का थोड़ा दिमाग टिक करने का, कि यही लोग रहते हैं जो ट्विटर पर जाके ये देखो अपने रीजन पे नहीं चल रहा वैलोरेंट, क्योंकि यार S12 अब भी आया, 4 साल से क्यों नहीं आया? इससे भी इतना सब करके, इतना सब 4 साल 5 साल इतना सब करके S12, हाँ सभी कुछ किया है भाई, सभी कुछ, फिर भी ये क्यों नहीं किया? हाँ, अपने इधर लॉल के प्लेयर्स नहीं है, क्यों? S12 नहीं है भाई। भाई कॉडेम में नया डिवाइस क्यों नहीं है? S12 नहीं है भाई। आईफोन नया सीरीज क्यों लॉन्च नहीं कर रहा? बेंच S12 नहीं है भाई। चूतिया हो के रे? बेचारा रिप्लाई भी दे सकता तू, अभी हाइड हो गया तो तू कुछ नहीं लिखेगा अगर तू चूतिया जैसे। हाँ बे, मिसिंग कोरिया भाई था भाई, कुछ भी बोलो, था। अरे पागल लोग है, एकेडमी में देने का पैसा होगा नहीं जब 40,000 मांगेगा। $1 ऑन टॉप, यस सर। एचडल के पास फेम है भाई, फेम नहीं है भाई, बनाया है भाई, कुछ हाथ में आके नहीं मिला है, बनाया है भाई। इतने क्रिएटर्स मेहनत किए हैं, मॉर्टल भाई ने मेहनत किया है, गोल्डी भाई ने मेहनत किया है भाई। फेम है क्या होता है? सब कुछ बनाया है भाई फ्रॉम स्क्रैच। तक भाई पहले स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर थे, जाओ हिस्ट्री देख के आओ कैसा क्या किया है। हाँ, कितना हेट मिला है, अभी भी हर चीज के लिए ब्लेम किया जाता है। सब करने के बाद अगर लाइनअप अच्छी नहीं गिरी, किसकी गलती? गोल्ड भाई क्या कर रहे हो? गोल्ड भाई बोला था उसको किक कर दे, वो थोड़ी एंट्री फ्रैगर है, इतना अच्छा एंट्री फ्रैगर पीछे बैठा है बेंच।
Have a super fast comp, so you're going to have to see them be able to actually read the rotations well. And look,
you miss Korea, me too. Chalo, excuse me.
The crowd, you know. for Zeta. So
Yeah.
hopefully they can,
He's here.
they can
I mean, excited for him. I love that for him, and I love this for us. We are going over to Sunset. We're going to pass it back to our casters, Achilles and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much. Well, wish I had a cast. But we have a cast instead.
That's
so,
right.
Let's get ready to go into this one. Izu, not going to be playing the Yoru. Just trading hands here with Buzz, who looks like maybe we'll have a bit more familiarity with the setups on Sunset. So, Zeta first on this attack. 10-10 going to the Neon as we anticipated. How's it going to look is the question. Zeta needing to try to rally back and take this
normal school जैसा पढ़ाई जैसी
Yeah, I mean, I think the big question here is
फीस भर देगा लेकिन तुम लोग
how much
पूरा
value can you find on the
फैसिलिटी
Viper
कैफेटेरिया
on
ये
Sunset?
वो
Obviously, it's
कैसे तुम
an
लोग
agent
ऑक्सफोर्ड
that
में पढ़ाई करने
some
जाते
teams do
हो
like to run. Quick
वैसा
trade there. Clues goes down. Izu, gonna grab him. So you also lose Buzz.
Not gonna have to worry.
Do you think there will be a lot of coaches, owners
the trips, but 10-10 with a nice headshot.
Huh?
It's fine Izu, that's gonna be Zeta in with the spike plant and a player advantage. See what the retake looks like here for T1. Paranoia at the ready from Sugar Zero. Stacks swinging in, finding one, gets a quick peek, tries to get out. XDL pushing forward. However, Neely has a lined up. Stacks coming away with a second kill. Now DH on the approach. Recon flying, headshot connecting. 10-10.
अरे रिकॉन हो गया वो
And DH.
एक कौन है DH में
Another pistol here for the side
कब
of
ऑक्सफोर्ड
T1.
देखा गूगल में
Yes, this rookie seems like he is very much ready for the big stage.
Yeah, no kidding. He is thriving today. Stacks as well, showing up huge. That recon just catching 10-10. But really, it's the shooting from Stacks. I thought this looked really nice for Zeta.
I feel like जैसे समर वेकेशन में पेरेंट्स बच्चों को स्विमिंग म्यूजिक डांस क्लासेस लगाते हैं similarly this academy model could work in
trying
India
to sneak through, but
for this to work in India you guys need to
now you got a bunch of
talk
bulldogs.
to your
Stacks
family
gonna stick with the ghost.
तुम लोग को मॉम
Make
डैड
up
को
a little
बताना
bit extra
पड़ेगा
cash
कि
there.
esports क्या चीज है
And it's one sheriff. That's for
If you are
10-10 on that
capable.
Neon.
if you are not capable for
Just ran
esports
through the corner playing anti-flash
क्या
over
करके
it.
तो improve कर सकता
A
है
main.
और सब
Expecting that
कुछ
maybe Buzz was going to be throwing
क्योंकि
it.
जब तक पेरेंट्स
fast
ने
one there,
मानेंगे
but
ना
instead-
तब तक तुम लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते
Oh. Oh, okay, okay. Good trade.
Trade, but weapon's not going to be collectible. Buzz, if he does go down, that could be a bulldog that they're able to find. Toxic screen up, about to drop. Buzz into the open, a great
भाई क्या
headshot from
मारा पे
Depp.
वॉल डाउन करके
Still have to get across Meteor's sights, which they're able to do.
ओरे
Oh my God,
मूव करते
Zeta
करते
is
मारा
hitting damn near every single shot.
ऐसा मारा स्क्रीन ही फट गई
Stacks able to fire one. Regen shield will come through here for
ये
him.
जनरेशन में
This
नहीं
is
हमारी
a
जनरेशन में आएगा
monstrous turnaround from Zeta
अपनी
Division with
generation में
just
हो
the
सकता
sheriff behind this.
And now you're
Pacific
calling upon
में-
Stacks and DH again to clutch this out. Stacks just
Pacific
kind
में
of
कितना था 10-11
saw
watching
Sugar Zero's
आती है
feet, but Sugar
अगर
Zero
सब लोग 2-2
able to get
3-3
a little bit of damage in.
into 3
Finds a shot with the clues. XTL low.
लेकिन एक
DH
बच्चा
on the
ही छूट गया
approach.
था
Paranoia sent.
-1
Clears the first corner and gets
तो
timing.
बेसिकली बहुत सारे
Trying to
लोग
set up a smoke, and
आगे
now it's all
सपोर्ट
in
करेंगे
Stacks, and he cannot make it happen. XTL
Basically.
finds a 4K, and Zeta pull off the eco win to tie things 1-1.
बेसिकली मैच के हिसाब से
I mean, this is
a lot -1
crazy good stuff from them. Able to recover from a winnable pistol round that they tossed
क्योंकि
a
वो तो
little
अपने
bit.
बच्चे को
Instead,
बोलेगा
they're able to get these
ये वाला
classics.
गेम में खेल
Oh my
इसमें ऐसी
God,
तो नहीं है
XDL, that is nasty stuff. Headshots into body shots. No problem.
पोर्शे वाले की थिंकिंग नहीं है ये गेम में पैसा डालने की
That
मत
is
के लिए वाला गेम
insanely clean. And now it's an eco for T1. A couple goes. The sheriff for Izu. He does a little bit of peeking. Gets some info there. Kind of finding the larger stack of Zeta. Question is, how much did he see?
अभी उठा ये सब क्या बोल रहे हो मत
It's gonna
पूछो
keep
भाई
Zeta just a little
Mad
bit
pucho.
behind. But they are going to use that drone pretty quickly. See Meteor making his way over. That's just DH gone.
I'm शांत उधली
He's been one of the raid bosses so far.
I'm शांत लेकिन
Get
वो
rid of him.
चूतिया है क्या वो
Very
बंदा
positive sign for him to
जो
sign
बोल रहा है
in.
तक भाई को
And very quickly, all of T1 just get dispatched. Looking for a flawless Buzz, just a classic. Now going to be noted by the tripwire.
लेकिन I'm शांत
As Clues swinging back through the spawn. Not going to be able to meet with him, but it's going to be a double face from top mid to go ahead and secure the flawless end, the lead for Zeta.
Wow. XDL is going to have his Hunter's Fury coming into what is effectively their bonus. They're going to have full rifles.
Chat, ye dekho hairstyle mera favorite.
This is really clean with a Vandal there in the hands of 1010.
Huh?
Anticipating the push out from Meteor, shut
इसे
down
कहते हैं
quickly.
ढेचू hairstyle. तुमने पता है चिंचन को सर पे मारता है ऐसा आता है
Deal with
डोंगा.
Buzz. So great
ढेचू
start.
आता है उसको.
A
ढेचू
map that these
hairstyle.
two teams have been shying away from.
Huh?
Buzz is going to have the operator though.
टिमचू तेरा है मेरे ढेचू है.
Quick paranoia. 1010 pretty far ahead though. Ooh.
Sean not connecting the slide forward. Izu eventually able to stabilize. Hunter's Fury now going to be opened
भाई
up.
इसमें T1 मारेगा मेरे को लग रहा है.
Just fishing for any kind of tags that he can get. Clues with a very nice
कैसा लगा
lurk
मेरा मजाक? Zeta मारेगा ना
up in
भाई.
towards the spawn.
कितना अच्छा टीम है.
Catches Meteor off guard. Comes away with a kill. Swing in from DH though. It's snappy.
I was
Finds
joking.
one. And what?
Whoa.
और गुजरात
quick
में
to
भी
find it.
ऐसा
XDL
एकेडमी
now on the
है. वो
floor.
लोग भी जिंदगी का पार्टनर है.
That's a two-player
But
advantage here
yes,
for T1 as we look to tie things up.
Michael भी आया था.
Continuing the instant tap into the
Problem
square.
है यार भाई.
This guy.
Per year
Wow.
6K fees है.
I mean, from his debut
So
was
I
looking
doubt
rough, but as soon as he got into
क्या लेवल का
VCT proper,
फैसिलिटी और कोच रहेगा.
here on the big stage, now on an even bigger one in
Just
the
saying.
Inspire Arena, he's just been electric. Sure, dies, but he's killed everybody else basically
saying.
in this one.
destroyed.
I mean, he's won the round. Most likely.
This Clues goes crazy.
Per year
Operator.
6K is
Like,
like
shut down. It's a good kill. Good
me
clear.
asking for membership.
They're all online for the next round, but Op's going to be just scooped up by Izu, carried forward.
मैं कल आया तो
T1
समझ जाओ. समझ
tied
ये
up
भी है.
2-2.
ये पॉइंट
you
मेरे को
look at
बाद में
that?
समझा.
I mean, this is filthy stuff. Nice hold there.
ये भी है.
This one.
क्योंकि
This
वो
one
अभी
right
तक
here
बना नहीं रेडिएंट. गेमिंग छोड़ दिया उसने. एकेडमी जाने के बाद.
Stops just in time, right on the head. That's a really nice mechanics. So Stack's gonna have a Guardian, does have a Hunter's Fury.
It's all those kills, dies, and then tells his teammate, great job, now get the op. It's everything you could possibly want.
When did XDL use his Hunter's Fury?
Just in that previous round.
Okay.
He was sending it, trying to escort 10-10 in, he dies, and then couldn't find any further tags.
ट्रस्ट नहीं बैठ रहा.
I was just so in awe of DH. I was just lost in the sauce.
भाई
Reveal
नियॉन
to the
आ
side,
गया
not necessarily going to be
भाई.
telling the full story, but now you start hearing
भाई, look at
a
rotation
bit
बहुत
of
प्यारा है.
movement in the spot out, DH.
10th.
Up and over the top lane, the
10th
10th
set.
spot. Comes away with the kill.
भाई stream sniper.
Clues continuing to fire. Now all alone.
Stream
Will
sniper.
just eventually get hounded down as Izu slides in for a third. Depp with everything to do. Stacks on the opposite side, about to find a timing. And it's damn near flawless from them. T1 regain the lead.
Yeah, that's really good zone control by T1. You give up just a little bit of space at the front of B site to make Zeta think that they're going to be able to at least get through and get the plant. Because of DH's position, he shuts down the entry, and by that point, XDL and Clues are already committed. And that just opens things up for Izu on the Neon.
मैं किसी क्यूटी को नहीं मिला.
Find those two players and deal with the problem, and Depp was trying to make his way into market.
They're the lead, and Buzz and Meteor have had zero involvement, basically.
Yeah.
Timeout's going to be called. But, I mean, they're both they both died in pretty much every round. There was 0 kills, 0 assists.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that you would be saying something like that and be like, yeah, it's fine.
Sylvan का
And
arena.
it's still a 3-2.
It's a wrong time
after
to make such
losing
jokes.
the anti-eco.
Sylvan का.
Odd situation to find ourselves in.
हाँ? Sylvan का बहुत कुछ है
It's just
भाई.
kind of a special
Sylvan
day,
का
I
बहुत
guess.
कुछ है.
Yeah, I suppose so.
There's another early timeout here, much earlier than the last one for Zeta. You know, it looked so good there, able to get that eco win. Yeah, they were doing a great job of creating a lot of pressure through mid, up towards mid top, breaking through the back lines of T1.
Which
now
team
you
you
try a
supported?
couple
T1 baby.
brute force attacks, and that's where T1's been thriving. So I think probably talking about maybe trying to create a little bit more
आगे
map
बढ़ेंगे
control.
12
Went
months.
for a fast hit there, tried to get 10-10 accelerated, and DH
T1
was
का
just
डोर है
in the
आपके ब्लॉग में
perfect
नहीं
spot to deal with
Genji का
it.
था वो वाला।
T1 का बिल्डिंग है।
So let's see what they want to do.
बिल्डिंग कैसा है हमारा?
Coming into
बड़ा
this,
था
Stacks will be there.
Genji का 6 फ्लोर
Great
का
this
था
with his
T1
recon.
का I think
I
11-12
would imagine
फ्लोर
you're
का
going to either have a
Double
plan for
almost.
DH's spot
और
or something a little
width
bit
भी
different.
बड़ा
So it's the fast lane to make sure that 10-10 can get by.
और रात को ग्लो भी होते हैं बिल्डिंग
Wow.
T1 करके
Great balls down.
सोचो bench
Push forward 10-10, trying to scale, find a timing. He's able to find another
भाई को
kill,
मार
takes
के
down his
चटक
older
लिया
brother.
बे भाई
Here
स्ट्रीम
once
क्या
again,
कर रहा है क्या
being allowed to play the game.
सेम चीज बोल रहे जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कब से
Now you got an op and two rifles here as T1.
See if Buzz can find some
Real
involvement.
मल्टीपल गेम्स के
Trying
एकेडमी
to
में
clear the
जेंजी
way.
का भी
No,
सेटअप
he's
हो
just
रहा है
going to be
जेंजी
struck
अभी
down.
सेटअप
Stacks dead. Well,
Yes.
that's going to be Zeta with a very nice timeout call this time around. Keep us tied at 3-3.
Yeah, all it really took there was just a couple little adjustments in the util
T1
for
के लोगों से
10-10
तो
to
नहीं
make
मिला
sure that
लेकिन
he's going to
जेंजी
be
के
able to
लोग बहुत
clear
बढ़िया थे भाई
all the way to backside efficiently. Sugar Zero is going to
बहुत
be
बढ़िया
the
थे
one asked to deal with DH's spot.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही
Good read by
वेलकमिंग थे
them,
पता
just
है
assuming that DH was going to try it again.
क्योंकि वो एकेडमी वाला ना वो
And that's just
कंटेंट का पार्ट
little
नहीं था
micro things. And they
लेकिन हम
work
लोग
out
बात
very,
करके
very
ना
nicely.
उसने खुद बोला
Still enough here
तेरे को
for
दिखने का है क्या
T1 to
एकेडमी
put together a pretty strong buy. Still going to
सॉरी
have an
यार
operator
अभी
for
बना
Buzz.
नहीं है लेकिन मैं तेरे को दिखा सकता हूँ ऐसा
10-10.
सॉरी बोल रहे हैं
How does it matter?
Yeah.
ले उसको समझा दे
Is this
लेकिन
operator? I mean, they've just been they're playing away from him. The rest of the team has just been killing everybody before he can
मुझे
really get
दिक्कत कुछ
involved.
भी दिक्कत चलेगा
A lot of info there, though, for Stacks.
And it is. Good spot out. Zeta looking to rotate or at least cut some noise. A little bit of a late linger there from XDL.
I think the adjustment here for T1 was to try to force this over towards that
5
operator.
मिनट गाली के बगैर
Now you're going to put the gate crash through for Buzz, so see if you can
Done
find the
it.
one and done.
Okay, finds the first. And
ठीक है
the
नो
done
गाली
aspect as well. Now looks to re-peek. In towards alley. Clues around the corner, the jump peek spot. And nobody's going to be on this. Cam. Ooh, it actually hits him right there into the elbow.
टेक्निकल गाली नहीं
Dimensional drift going to go through. Buzz just looking to escape. TP across. DH arriving here. As Izu trying to hound down this enemy Neon, but 10-10 sliding forward. The overdrive is able to find it. Buzz now in around the back. Peaks. Spike left on the floor. Clues. How do they try to push back into this one? Joins alongside XDL. Able to take down the enemy Yor, but Meteor now as well, getting himself involved and on the board. Two quick kills, XDL. Last one standing. Then Stacks arrives here from Street. Go ahead and put him down. Re-secure the lead.
Team without
41.
members.
Yeah, this went very well according to plan here for Stacks and T1. A nice adjustment round to round. Throw out that util a little bit later. Make it a lot harder to get that quick hit on towards B. Force them over to Buzz's side, and he has some great reactions prepared. You know, overdrive gets ripped. He's got the dimensional drift in the back pocket to keep himself safe a little bit longer. Catches the spike in the back, then Meteor arrives.
Galban's
Value
भाई
out
सब
of the Cypher
बढ़िया
util. And able to get two with the Bulldog.
विशाल भाई उठ गए
Him and Stacks combined for that final one. Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, Izu just
टेक्सचर ये
scaling
यूसुफ
forward
फेमस
off
है
angle
उसने
compared to
बोला
where he
था
has been playing, and he's
Oh,
going to
oh,
reaggress for even more. This find XDL. Depp only good for the one. Now down to 8. Good for a second. Scoops up the Stinger. There's Stacks now. Trying to isolate here, divide and conquer, but it's going to be Depp re-swinging. And Meteor, oh, just catching a stray shot there on the Depp. He just didn't have nearly enough HP
love
to
it
try to
Bankan
survive.
love it too
There are
Srinivas
margins
भाई
still. Decent damage, decent effort here from the side of Zeta Division, but they cannot get that round win, so T1 stretches the lead ever so slightly.
Yeah, just little repositionings and a good combo play between Stacks and Izu there initially. Nice read by Depp, pre-firing a little bit.
डेप है अरे वो
Repeat.
मां का नाइट से मैं बोल रहा हूं
8
बहुत
HP, and therefore that last
प्लेस्टाइल
bullet
बहुत अलग है उसका
gets him through the box.
कुछ भी करता है वो
Looking at that op, it's going to be heading in towards mid. A lot of players stacked up here at B main again. I'm going to try to dig into this well, but look at the change in the
इनका
Cypher
इंडियन वाले
util.
अकाउंट में इन गेम
out on
सर्वर
the
सारे
fringes.
यू आ
Some
रहे हैं
damage suffered
नहीं आ
there.
रहा
As there's the reveal, Buzz will find the shot. Sugar Zero trading it back, putting the operator down on the fourth push forward for Meteor. Is far too much, far too overzealous. As he ends up getting caught. Pit now try to escort them forward here for the plant.
Problem ये है कि ये
pushing
इतना नहीं पसंद.
Lingered, he might have actually been able to have an angle.
क्योंकि plant का space is very
into
less.
the pit. Stacks plays it beautifully, and he's able to slide back into safety. Sugar Zero, however, still firing, finds himself a third. Izu dead. It's a player advantage, but there's smoke here in their face. 50 seconds remaining though, so Zeta, they can pretty much play this whichever way they want to, and it seems like T1 are anticipating maybe a rotate.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Question is, does Zeta actually commit to it?
Mid
Seems
to
like
be
they are.
देंगे क्या?
TH. No, cut of the noise.
भाई ड्रोन
Quick
की वजह
peek
से
in
वो लोग
towards
वापस भी
tiles,
जा रहे
nothing
हैं.
seen.
ड्रोन डॉज क्या करके?
They read that really nicely to Zeta.
Hoy 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 hoy.
They knew that the drone hadn't been used by Stax yet, and they anticipated it and just waited it out. Stax is going to be looking for that recon, though, from XDL. That should be the confirmation.
TH needing to make a go of this one, but Stax snappy with the first. Brings it back into parity, 2v2. Shock darts at the ready, sends the recon. That's going to be cleared. Now he knows where both players' position roughly is going to be. Get to the corner, some more damage going to be suffered there as Clues. Just trying to whittle away at this Sova. Paranoia going across, connecting on to both. No, Clues actually on skates by it. The swift forward and DH.
भाई ये क्या खेलता है बे?
Is enough.
DH
finds the kills. Once again, it's T1 coming out on top by very narrow margins.
It's a great back and forth in this round in terms of trying to outguess each other with the util, but it's just Stacks a little bit better on the Sova. You know, just kind of reading the situation.
He's pulled 5 and 5.
Yeah, well, he's playing out of his mind, but it's the reads that he makes there. Dodges the drone, dodges the recon, able to get the kill, patient enough to wait for that paranoia to get DH back over. Just trying to buy time the whole way through. And I like the read from Zeta to wait out Stax' drone as well to go back in towards B. I mean, good ideas back and forth. It's just Stax was just better.
Yeah.
That's all there is to that.
Maybe Stax is just one of these players, his ability and his game mechanics just, as Buzz going to be taken down. Great little run down here from Dap. Damage, and he's going to die next to the That's a little bit of an oopsie, but they're looking to make up for it.
दूसरा बंदे का इन्फो तब तक नहीं जब तक
रिकॉर्ड डाले. Izu lost the sauce, doesn't know where the hell he's looking. Slides around the backside of the market, finding one, finding two. Spike now on the floor, spots out the last player and will massacre them. That's a very weird round.
Balanced agent.
What were you going to say about Stax? I genuinely wanted to hear your opinion.
Well, now that chaos is over, I was going to say maybe he's one of these players that just, his game mechanics and his ability scale with audience size.
Oh, I think so.
You know,
he loves it.
Yeah.
He thrives on it.
I mean, we saw the walkouts from him.
Yeah. He loves to work the crowd. I mean, you saw it at Bangkok. You're seeing it here today.
It
is. There's going to be somebody in the chat going, well, there's not that many people in the audience. Look at the shot. There's a ton of people behind the camera. That's facing the stairs.
Yeah, that venue holds a lot of people.
Because that's the T1 fan zone. Is where they walked up, and the camera is positioned above them.
Yeah, I can't remember what the exact capacity is for Inspire, but it's more than 10,000.
A lot.
Yeah, I think it's like 14,000.
Yeah, and they pretty much have all of the seats in. Depth, though, in the top mid. Loses his life. Clues striking, however, has himself a real opportunity. Izu finds the headshot, surviving with 30. Buzz, swing in, spotting one. Quick exit over to the side. Still going to be dazed up a little bit, but 10-10 does not push the corner. It doesn't read the reposition at all. Bounds into the open, dies. Meteor now on the lurk, dropping down. Cage will fall. Instant headshot as they basically line up. 2 kills going to be collected. T1 getting up to 8.
Yeah, now they're just starting to react really quickly to what Zeta's trying to do. You know, Zeta's actually been pushing the pace a bit here on this attacker side, trying to rely on that neon of 10-10 to, you know, kind of break things open, keep T1 a little bit off balance, but T1 very happy to play that game. That is a sick shot from Buzz, even though he can't readjust for the second. Meteor gets the ding, anticipates the re-swing from XDL, deals with it nicely. Now Buzz can go for the Outlaw. Looking at the economy of his opponents here going into the last round of the half. Only one full armor actually going to be bought. That's 10-10 with a stinger. He's not anywhere close to an overdrive, so
Okay,
expect that that's going to come into play. Usually, that being said, there are ways, there are worlds where you can get the spike down. You never know. But Buzz going to be using that outlaw over at A. And they're going to rely on him in the Cypher util. Kind of lock all this down. Sends out gate crash on a timing. Like the patience here from Buzz. Oh no.
Once again, this time not able to escape. It's a good kill from Deb. 10-10 down, 2-10. Slide forward, Izu. Finding aforementioned Deb.
Dude.
It's starting to get a little chaotic.
It's a great call in the economy.
It's getting a little bit muddy, but stacks in around the back here at Tiles, finding one. 10-10 realizing I just can't really try to go for this swing. Oh, TH hitting a transfer. Once again, a glimpse is more than enough for this guy.
I don't
think he's going to be ready for this one, though. 10-10 does strike. So 10-10 at 10, needing to recover the spike. Will fall to Stacks' hands. 9-3, T1 finding a hell of a lot of stability here in this first half. Zeta called timeout, win a round, and then T1 goes in a 6-round win streak.
I mean, I've seen decent macro ideas from Zeta, which is something that they've been lacking at times in this stage, if I'm being honest. So, I mean, again, the full buy armor onto 10-10, like they're anticipating that there's going to be that outlaw there. They're going to throw him out there. Buzz actually hits the shot. Meteor gets, or excuse me, 10-10, he's his brother. 10-10 gets down to 10 HP, so that gives them at least hope, gives them an opportunity to get into that site. But again,
this is the crowd. These are the ones behind the, you know, where the camera's situated.
There'd be some fans there.
It's a lot more filled in than you guys might think. And obviously, people are just going to troll them out.
Well, this is just why I don't read much chat.
You don't even have to. You just know what they're going to do.
Well, that's fair.
You know that they're going to say it. You know that it's like, you know, I know that Slicky's going to write like, okay, there's many chances, chat. This is going to be a thing that he writes down on the screen. You get a read eventually. I know that Chopra's got an RRQ jersey.
Fair.
उसके पास पैसा बहुत ज़्यादा है ना, private church, airplanes.
What about the lights? Do you want one of the lights? Are you
these ones?
Like the fan ones? Yeah.
I had it.
Oh yeah, you went yesterday. That's right.
So I was there yesterday. So whatever. I'm not encouraging it. I went. There's a casino there. I went to the casino. And one of the women that was working there is a huge T1 fan, so I actually said like, "Oh, do you want this?"
Oh, that's nice.
Because she said she. So couldn't make it there during the weekend. So I was like, "Well, I can kind of get this stuff whenever."
Yeah.
Is it 2-0 now?
Good guy, Achilleos.
Don't get.
I think that's the first time I've ever said that in my life.
Cheers.
You're welcome.
अगर wall गिरा,
Expiration of this toxic green.
Read देखो वो लोग का.
Whoa! Oh my God! A transfer. Clues in the front too.
लेकिन voting का.
Meteor now trying to tuck back. Relay bolt not going to connect this. Here we go. Brother v brother once again. 10-10. Trying to stand, but there's a little bit of from his friend. Sugar Zero beats up the older brother of his teammate.
Really good bait and switch too.
Stacks swinging, trying to go for the wide swing. They'll find a headshot, but nothing more. Zeta Division. They keep it tied on pistols, 2-2.
Well, the last time it was an eco win for Zeta. Can T1 replicate? I don't know. This is nasty stuff from Clues. I mean, DH, I think, had a pretty good idea that was going to be the play, and Clues was just better. Had a crazy good swing. I mean, the pistol's looking pretty solid overall today for Zeta. Like, they've either been, it's been really close in every single one, or they win them. So, credit where credit's due. The work there looking good, but they got so much more they have to accomplish, and that does not bode well.
I'll say it's the same setup. It's just 4 classics with a sheriff in hand and Meteor.
He got lit up.
Slowed up. Yeah, he is An immense amount of damage, includes
कौन सा
potentially
टेन
the
फाइट
Jinx went back
टूर्नामेंट
there.
है?
Nice scale forward through the cage.
स्ट्रीम पे पूछ
Tension
रहे
getting turned in multiple directions, but
थर्ड
Death
पार्टी में नहीं, टेंथ
continuing to
पार्टी
find
में
these huge rounds. And in the end, it's only 10-10 as a casualty. The weapon's going to be carried over. Zeta Division not allowing for T1 to wheel
कितना
their
बजे
way
मैं
back
ready?
into this one. They start the half off exactly the way they need to.
Yeah.
लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है कि अगर
Like
गलती से
very
मैं
early.
कैरी किया
No
तेरे को
kidding. That's a round 3
Huh?
op. That's some paper X something stuff.
Gonna
तो
be
बहुत कुछ लेफ्ट
confident,
राइट हो
need to be
सकता
hitting
है
the
लाइफ
shots.
में
Sorry, Fairzo, but Death, god damn, that
Yeah.
was very
हो
clean
सकता
from
है
him.
मेरी
He
दोस्त
is-
को ज्यादा सुनना पड़े
He always
Well,
delivers, it
unknown
feels
reasons.
like, no matter what. I mean, he has a few bad, maps here and there, and had to
Just
change
saying.
roles this year. Had a little bit of a
मैं
struggle,
रेडी हूँ
but doesn't take him long. He is just
चैलेंज
gifted,
ने 5 players
at
on
games.
KC
Always has
without
been.
cheating भाई मेरे को इतना
and I dread the day
इतना
that he
मेमोरी है ही
retires.
नहीं भाई
मार्टिन
तू मेरे को
Should plenty do.
yes या
He
no
is
पूछ मैं शायद yes या
Going
no
to
बोल
continue
पाऊंगा
with that dominance, finding an early kill.
लेकिन
Clear
वो
advantage out
नहीं
here for Zeta as they look to try to get rid of the
दिमाग
boss,
में
but
चलता है
quickly traded back. DH able to find
तू
Sugar
जी
Zero
का
here on
पूछेगा
the
वो भी
entry.
मैं भूल जाऊंगा एक टाइम पे पता है कौन
Comes him out of market, but does eat a good
मेरे
amount
को
of
बड़ा
damage in the
पूछता रहता है
exchange.
तू
होता है
2
कि-
प्लेयर का नाम बोल 3 प्लेयर का नाम बोल हैं
How much you took for
वॉच
this
पार्टी
post
मैं
play,
कर
though?
रही है तू
There's not. Clues
तूने
falling
नया
in,
एंटी का
CL
वीडियो
dead.
देखा
This operator
कौन सा?
eventually you're going to have to consider the save. The
जीजू क्या
peak.
बोला वो
The kill
ये
of the one,
अपने
but now up on the
esports
floor.
SL2
Depp
player
will
को
join. 10-5.
सारा
T1
लोगोस पूछ
not
रही
going to
है
allow for that
और
bonus to
उसको
get
खुद ही
converted.
लोगों ने पता
Yeah. Still
Esports
a fair amount of money, though, for Zeta,
इसी
so
का रिपोर्ट करके बंद कर दिया मैंने वो वीडियो
even with that op being bought up,
Here.
उसको
they
ही
have
नहीं
enough to
पता।
mostly get what they need other than 10-10, it looks
इसका
like.
अरे उसको मेकअप
he's
का
gonna
लोगो
have to
कुछ
rely
पता
on-
होगा
I don't know what.
वाह
Had a sheriff, but then changed back, so maybe thinking about a stinger or something. Kind of curious what he wants to go for. A nice first kill there for DH again. Outdueling Sugar Zero. Stacks Izu 16 kills apiece. Clues having a nice map on the Cypher.
भाई जीजू भाग गया अबे बहुत
Spot
रिस्क
there.
करके ये मेरा टूर्नामेंट हेलो
A little bit of a backpedal for
कितना
XPL.
है
Stacks doesn't see much, so you feel like you could get this plant pretty quickly, and that's a nice play off the trip.
Yeah, be walking into that.
बेचारा
10-10 traded out. Buzz
बस कैसे वहाँ पे
quickly bounding forward, but Spike's still going to be dropped. That tripwire is still there. 2-1. It's an odd situation where they're in the site.
साइफर
They
को
don't have the
देखो
spike in hand, and now the flank has been read. Meteor dead, and T1 have to fight their way back out of A. As Izu now collects the spike, but
बैलेंस डे
everybody else is dead. Smoke drops. He'll fall, finds one more. And things get very chaotic very quickly. And Zeta are able to profit off of that.
Yeah,
इधर
it's
ही
just
हो
a
रुक
great
जाओ नेक्स्ट टूर्नामेंट आन दो
round where you lure T1 into a false sense of security, where you think that you're going to be able to get through A successfully, but there's all this Cypher util. It gets you that
यार
first
एज अ
kill,
वैलेंट
and they're
प्रो
so
एक
quick
क्वेश्चन है
to scale off of that.
एज अ वैलेंट प्रो एक क्वेश्चन है कभी कभी टीम में सिनर्जी नहीं रहती तो क्या करना चाहिए क्योंकि मेरा एक दोस्त है मैं जब भी उसको बोलता हूँ ना कि यहाँ पे ब्लाइंड दे यहाँ पे क्यों नहीं गया वहां पे लर्क कर इधर भाग 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 डीले रहता है मेरे बोलने और उसके सुनने में समझ रहे हो उसके बाद मेरे को ही सुनना पड़ता है और एकदम गाली वाली देते एकदम एमिनेम स्टाइल लेकिन जब वो दूसरे से बात करते ना हे ये कौन सा लोग है ओ माय गॉड इससे
As far as the util is concerned, to try to get past this fast lane, and Buzz is going to be run down. 10-10 sliding forward, able to find it. Stacks with one. Brings it to a 2v2. Meteor trying to find his little brother once again.
और ये
He's held
दोस्त
back.
एस्कांडे भी अभी गोल्ड से
Both
पता नहीं
players
क्यों
so damn low. 65 health between the two of them.
तो एज पर
10-10 looking for the
एक्सपर्टीज
kill. The
कैसे
timing,
अनफ्रेंड
however,
करना
Stacks
चाहिए
plays it
टाइमिंग सेक्सी
gorgeously
था
on the site. Picks up a 3K and another round win. T1 2 away from getting a 2-0.
पिचिंग करना
Yeah,
बंद
this
कर
is
बाद में बैठ के यहाँ तक
Really good
औरा का
stuff
वाइब आ रहा
for
है
T1 in terms of just getting those
Shameless.
trades quickly. It looked like maybe the round was going to crumble. They're
शर्म
able
नहीं
to
आती
break
पति
things
के
open
पिचिंग
in
कर रही है
elbow. Stacks again. Really
इधर
have
तक
a
वाइब आया बे
phenomenal sunset. finds the timing. 10-10 has to try to figure things out one way or another, but the coordination good between him and Meteor. Stack's gonna have the Hunter's Fury.
Hello?
Wide assortment of weapons for Zeta. Shotgun, a couple rifles, a stinger, Sheriff for XDL. Oh my god.
Okay, well, good little aggro crunch here.
ये दुनिया पित्तल
Two
दी.
corpses outside of A main.
दुनिया पित्तल दी. Baby doll and Sony.
A little scoop up here for the side of Zeta Division. Bit more firepower now to try to work with. Thrown in the mid, able to get the spot on the DH, but Izu continues to scale forward. Smoke falling, XDL there on the opposite side. Just
Close,
close.
मर सकता था.
A little bit of damage, but widely survive and get away.
More important, you just get the read. Give clues a little bit of help.
कितना proactive है देखो. ये लोग यहाँ पे space ले रहे
relay
हैं. वो
ball,
लोग ने aim in space ले लिया.
Should know that he's got a decent catch, but I don't think he was anticipating a rifle there in hand. So
अब ये
Izu
लोग
trying
भागेंगे.
to up the ante, up the pace, ends up falling to the wayside. DH.
भाई
Fighting back for
कौन है
one.
भाई?
Swing out depth just with the classic, finds a headshot to put Stacks down to
भाई
7-2.
कौन है भाई DH?
Gives his remaining teammates a real chance to try to make a go of this,
भाई
but
कौन है
DH
भाई?
will find one.
Chat.
Stacks versus Sugar Zero.
Deploying drone.
कौन है भाई?
Quick cancel on the drone, pushing forward, finding the kill.
That's heavy. Hey.
Stacks gets T1 up to match point. Zeta now
2v4?
leading 6 in a row.
I mean, it's just the mechanics on display for T1.
2v4?
It'll be DH or Stacks. Both having incredible rounds for themselves. Clues stuck in the corner, even invested the neural theft on this round to just try to make sure, and they still can't get it done. I mean, Depp in a weird spot where he has a Bucky or a Classic, has to choose one or the other. Hard to guess which
Very
one's going to be more
different,
impactful in that situation. Now T1 on match point. Immediate rip of the Viper's Pit from Depp, throws it in towards B main.
सिंपल है या फिर
Last
मिट्टू
time
भी
he threw a
जाओ
Viper's Pit.
या फिर मिट्टू ये जाओ या फिर ये जाओ.
XDL's util against
छोड़
him.
दो भी में.
He's looking to try to outplay Zeta's Viper once again, but
भाई ये
a
अच्छा था
little
बे.
bit more tricky this time, at least to start.
ये अच्छा था.
A little bit of space gained, some false information given over early by T1 in terms of which direction on the map they might be thinking. But Zeta not really considering it too much.
A lot of pressure here on Depp's shoulders. Playing into a pit with just the Guardian in hand. He's trying to go on a similar timing to the one that caught him the last time out. Swoop forward, play off that drone, but
नहीं मेरे को एक
multiple
क्वेश्चन है
layers in place
लेकिन.
for T1, getting it protected. And 10-10
Chat.
pushing forward, finds his brother, but DH cleans up
मेरे को
two.
एक क्वेश्चन है chat.
क्या?
Now
सोने
it's
अल्ट
Zero
क्यों नहीं मारा?
Zero to try to keep things going. I mean,
Recon
DH
के बाद
is
दोनों
just
को
so
help हो जाता.
damn clean today.
नियॉन और साइफर.
Oh,
It's going to be a 3K.
सोने.
He's going to TP. Does he cancel it? No. Holds it right back into main.
ये काश दो ज्वाइन करने पे अब
Smoke
WhatsApp
cycle
ग्रुप
time
बंद
dwindling.
हो गया क्या?
DH will
उसके लिए
find
पहले
it.
कुछ करना है क्या?
What a
नहीं,
huge
तुम लोग
performance.
सादा
His first
membership
time on a
लोगे,
stage
तुम
like
लोग
this.
WhatsApp ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर
DH
सकते हो. काश
looking
दो
electric to close out the
membership
map.
लोगे तो WhatsApp ग्रुप है
T1
जिसमें मैं
will
भी
take this
और हम लोग
series
रोज बातें करते
2-0.
हैं, मीम शेयर करते हैं,
some hugs there for DH.
जोक्स मारते हैं,
You
लॉल
gotta love what
dudes,
you're seeing in
हाथी
general.
चीटी
Just
वाले.
the mechanics looking really sharp here for
Assassin.
T1 today. The confidence sky high. And they dispatch
Ew,
Zeta.
क्या?
Go,
The
go,
home
go,
stand
go.
goes
हाँ,
according to
T1
plan.
mascot.
Man,
वो
oh
लगता
man,
है,
that
रीना
was,
देख भी लेकिन.
that was some, that last round from DH was woohoo, that was
Yeah.
good.
Well, hugs, of course, between the family members there. As
Remembers?
भाई है वो दोनों.
unfortunate here for the side of Zeta
Meteor
Division, but I
or
think
10-10.
ultimately
Huh?
it was a little bit cooked. After T1 got the victory yesterday in the league match, they broke the homestand curse, the home ground curse of losing at their own
lose
event.
नहीं है.
And they broke Genji's win
बड़ा
streak.
भाई बने
Yeah,
तो?
and
बहुत पहले ही हो गया था
kind of sealed the deal
पुराना
for
news.
him. Stacks immediately running down
Yes,
here
Stacks.
to
देखो,
celebrate
देखो,
with the fans.
cuties.
मत कर
But a
अभी,
very
मत
nice showing
कर.
here from
तो
this
वो है,
squad.
आपको पता
DH
नहीं है.
continuing to look excellent. T1 looking like overall bouncing back. Got some concerns after not being able to best Paper off the back of all of their travel that they'd been doing. But it seems like they're stabilizing, leaning back into running a lot more of this double duelist, using that chamber at times to kind of, simulate it, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's looking very solid for them.
I think the thing you have to be really encouraged for here, if you're a T1 fan, is that it's getting better, right? Like, it's not regressing. It's not like you got that loss against Paper X and things look shaky. It's like every week I'm seeing improvements in individual play. You know, if somebody has a bad week one week, they're stepping up. Yeah, who's that guy?
Chobra.
He's got the right colors, at least.
Yeah, he's there to chauffeur the players. I assume maybe have a bit of an interview with him.
But look, if DH keeps picking up the pace like he has, not only is T1 going to champs, they're in a great spot in terms of the points and all that, but they're going to be a threat again.
Yeah, it's with DH. After every round, you can ask, did you shoot 3, 4, 5 of them? How many? Because I was just putting up the multi-frags round over round. The clean stuff, and this starts becoming a bit scary for every other team here in their group. Is if T1 are going to rally back, if Paper X are going to continue looking excellent, if RRQ are going to refine their form, if Gen G is going to be consistent, if DRX can figure out everything, if Talon can find stability. There are so many teams that are going to be vying for those few playoff spots, those fewer spots.
Right.
To go to Champ Paris as well.
It's the championship points that are really difficult in Pacific because you've had 2 different Masters winners. So that's kind of just made it top heavy. So, for a lot of these teams, just trying to get 2 champs basically means you've got to get first or second. Right? Like that's about your only hope. Teams like Talon, teams like DF.
He called me babe. Oh, babe. Oh, छोटे दिमाग. Oh, she texted you. She didn't call you. फर्क है. Called me babe.
एक ही चीज होती है. मैंने उसको बुलाया.
हिंदी में बोला उसने. हाँ?
라운드에서 승리를 거머쥔 T1의 메테오 선수입니다.
감사합니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, just securing their first ever T1 home ground victory, we have a chance to speak with Meteor. And I first just want to hear, what is it like to play in this arena in front of this crowd? 제일 먼저 제가 물어볼 수밖에 없는 질문이 끝나자마자 이 뜨거운 환호와 이게 찐 홈그라운드잖아요. 처음으로 접해보시는 느낌이 어떠신가요?
우선 수많은 T1 팬분들 앞에서 경기를 하게 되어 정말 뜻깊은 것 같고 그리고 항상 늘 뒤에서 응원해 주시고
मेरे को एक बात बताओ उसका पावर लेवल पता है ना क्या भाई 100 पावर लेवल है भाई 100 हाँ आजकल के एग्जाम में अगर तुम एग्जाम देने जाओगे गुड हैंडराइटिंग का भी 100 में से 105 मिल रहा है लोगों को स्टॉप टेक्स्टिंग
I think that's the reason we can play as professionals, that we can be pros, is because we have the support and the cheer behind us every time. Next, we got to talk about, of course, Meteor's picks. The Astra, a lot of people have had questions that his pick is the teams. We got to hear about the Corrode. 자, 먼저 1세트 경기 얘기를 좀 나눠보고 싶은데요. 사실 많은 분들이 많이 궁금했어요. 이 아스트라 픽이 뭐 이론상은 알겠지만 메테오 선수가 좀 원해서 픽한 요원인지 아니면 팀적으로 논의가 된 부분인지 좀 궁금합니다.
사실 포로드에서 사이퍼를 해봤는데 세팅을 다 하고 나니까 5초 정도 남더라고요. 그래서 나 이거 힘든 것 같다 해가지고 이제
मैंने ही रिकॉर्ड किया है मैच
자유로운 움직임을 위해서. 알겠습니다. So I actually tried Cypher on Corrode, and every time I finished my setup, I only had about 5 seconds left to get into position. So I said I need something else with a little.
Chat मेरा एकलौता फ्लेक्स chat. एकलौता फ्लेक्स. इसके नीचे का ना पैंट खरीदा ना कच्छा खरीदा. एक बार पहना भी इसको सीधा नेक्स्ट बड़े इवेंट पे पहनेंगे. और बॉडीगार्ड्स का मेरा वो देख रहे हो लेफ्ट राइट पे गाड़ियां 10 बॉडीगार्ड यहाँ से आए थे 10 बॉडीगार्ड वहां से आए थे मेरे लिए.
사실 좀 하락하다가 다시 올라가는 추세이기도
Hello,
하고
bang, hello.
그리고 또
sir.
경기 도중에
Sorry.
T1 응원을 좀 들으니까 저희들끼리도 지금 막 소리 들리냐고 재밌게 즐기자고
So, of course, we were a bit shaky. We've been in a little bit of a valley. And
Binks,
we're trying to
you
get
are
back
so
up,
handsome.
But honestly,
Thank
once we
you.
heard these
the best
cheers
team.
in between, we actually told each other, can you guys hear that? Like, this is going to be fun. We should enjoy this arena a bit more, and we were able to continue to ride the momentum. Of course, I mean, VCT Pacific still has some ways to go. Let's hear from Meteor what he's looking forward to for the rest of the year.
자, 그럼 이제 이 분위기를 다시 타서 아직 갈 길이 그래도 많이 남았습니다, 올해. 좀 앞으로 어떤 부분을 기대하고 계신가요?
일단
Dapat
저희가
kita hoga.
세계 대회에서도
SQ
우승을
가 페이지
했었던 만큼
폰으로.
다시 그 폼을 찾는 게 가장 중요한 것 같고 그리고 이대로만 할 수 있다면 다음 챔피언스도 저희가 충분히 우승할 수 있다고 생각합니다.
Oh!
Thank you.
So, of course, we have won an international tournament, so what's most important for us is to rediscover that form. And if we're able to do that, I think we can even look at a Champions Trophy.
마지막으로 현장에 오신 팬분들께 또 한마디 부탁드리겠습니다.
사실 이제
잘
발로란트라는
지냈어요.
게임이 익숙하지 않으신 분들이 좀
샵은
많다고
능력이
생각을 합니다.
없네요.
개인적으로. 그래도 이제 같은 T1이라는 구단을 같이 좋아해 주시고 그리고 뭐 발로란트 팬분들뿐만 아니라 리그 오브 레전드 팬분들도 정말 감사하다고 생각하고 있고요. 그리고 또 동생이랑 처음 경기를 했는데 부모님이 와주셨거든요. 그래서 부모님이 좀 걱정을 하시더라고요. 한 명은 이기는데 한 명은 지니까. 그래서 그 부분이 좀 마음이 아프다고 하셔가지고 그냥 뭐 해줄 말은 와줘서 고맙고 둘 다 잘 할 거니까 그냥 응원만 해줬으면 좋겠다.
저기 계신 분들이 가족들, 아우, 너무나 감사합니다. So first of all, thank you so much. Meteor says, you know, I'm pretty sure there's actually probably quite a few of you who aren't very familiar with Valorant either, but it's such an honor to be part of the T1 squad and to get the support for the T1 team and organization. So we really appreciate all the cheers and the support. And last but not least, of course, first time he's playing against his brother on this stage. And Meteor's parents were here. Meteor and Tenten's parents are here, and they were a bit worried because one wins, one loses. And Meteor says, all I can say is thank you so much. We'll continue to both do well, so please continue to support us. 그럼 다시 한번 승리 축하드리고 오늘 또 T1 홈그라운드에서 역사적인 첫 승리 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
자, 이렇게 인터뷰를 마치고 저희는 VCT 퍼시픽 방송에서는 다음 경기로 돌아오고 또 홈그라운드에서는 마련된 이벤트까지 맞아 진행하겠습니다. That's gonna be it for today's match. Of course, we'll be back with another match on the broadcast, and for all of you here, there's still more for the fans here at T1 Homeground. We'll see you in a bit.
So much more for the fans over at Inspire, but also more for us here on Pacific. We have to talk about that match because, of course, you see all of the fans here that were lending their support to T1. That definitely showed, as Meteor said in the interview, just listening to the fans made them perform so well. Go for it, Izu.
I mean, it's got to help to have so many people there cheering for you, willing you on and wanting to do well. But ultimately, that was a very dominant performance from T1. Really what we would expect from a team of this caliber.
Absolutely, they are now starting to move up a little bit further in the group, so looking more and more promising that T1 will be making it into playoffs, and they have very lofty goals, as you heard from Meteor in the interview, but very promising game overall from T1 today. Saw them again play some of the less played maps, some of the newer maps in the pool, another good outing on Corrode from them, and then honestly a pretty solid looking Sunset. They did pick Sunset there, and they looked quite solid on it, so I think that they can be happy with that performance. Their map pool is starting to look a little bit more well-rounded after a nice boot camp abroad, and you gotta be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think for Zeta, there were a lot of good moments, especially from players like Depp. You had those pop-up moments from him, but I think that for the rest of the team, they can hold their heads high because this was still T1. This was still an underdog matchup, so to say, and they still they still were able to, you know, deliver quite a match for them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think they can be too disappointed, but I mean, it's not the outcome that they want at the end of the day.
Of course.
It does mean making playoffs gets a little bit tougher.
They are 0-3 in their group with Paper X on the horizon, so that is not a position that anyone wants to be in. Yeah, chances are that Zeta are going to be out before they even, you know, have a chance, have a sniff into the playoffs and a chance to go to Tokyo. So, yeah, it's not looking good for Zeta.
That window is closing for a lot of teams actually today. We'll probably get a better look at it as we head into you know, the day's end, but for now T1 can rejoice, sit a little bit more comfortably in their T1 gaming chairs that we saw on the stage over there, a little bit more as comfy as they are, and of course Izu definitely taking that match MVP.
Yeah, let's give it to him. I felt like rock solid both games, now in this kind of perma duels role, doing a really great job.
He's an incredibly flexible player, can play anything. You saw him on Cypher and Viper early in the year, previously on the Recon Inits as well, and sometimes flexing into the duelist. Now he is mostly a duelist, and he's putting up some duelist-worthy numbers.
Definitely. We saw a lot of those numbers coming from T1. I'm eager to see a lot more numbers coming from our second match of the day. We're going to take a very quick break, but when we come back, we have RRQ versus Nongshim.
Let's go. You have to wake me up at 7:30. Sharp. After this. 6 o'clock I will sleep, 7:30 wake me up. W. एक बार मैं पूरी चाय पी के दिखा, पागलोगे क्या? बहुत गर्म है। अब रियाद क्यों नहीं गए? जोकर भाई और मर्जीना दोनों आए थे, हैं? मैं जाग के भी आ गया। बहुत गर्म है। डॉक्यूमेंट्री लगाना हो, देख सकते क्या ऐसा डॉक्यूमेंट्री? किसने देखा है क्या यूट्यूब पर? आई एम ऑल्सो नाउ क्यूरियस।
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings.
Yep, मैंने देखा था। Which पे नहीं रही? Hello, Binks boy. Hello.
I'm up, we winning the race. I'm up, I'm pushing the pace. If you ain't first, you last. And I'm allergic to that place. Nothing ain't knocking me back. Nothing ain't knocking me back. Now go and write this down. We only after that sack. I'm only after that bag. That's racks on racks on racks. This isn't competition. This isn't a closable gap. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Rocket speed ahead. The naysayers keep chirping. Let's put that all to bed.
You are back watching.
क्यूटी आ गया। अरे अरे मोबाइल गिर
Ladies,
गया।
gents, and everybody watching. Oops, careful. Watch yourself. Watch yourself, Maniac. We don't want that happening. But I have a question for you guys. Are you ready for 100 rounds of Valorant? Because we have RRQ versus Nongshim.
Woo! I don't want to go home.
Hey, Tarumai, welcome back to the cast, those membership. Back here, पहले.
Long night, because as you can see,
Oh, they got dancing.
Yeah, no, I taught them that.
Finally, chat! 6 cast दोस्त
As
member
usual,
मिल गया.
RRQ were perfectly in sync in their last match. You can see the stats right there.
W baby, Atro bhai, WhatsApp group में आ जाओ.
I honestly think that could really change the trajectory of RRQ's run. They were on such a downward trend in form after the lackluster international results, and then an L handed to them by Global Esports in week 1 of stage 2. Here, but I think that win against Genji is going to be transformative for them.
Yeah, that was it was a
Pure
tricky
message
first
उसका
week,
points
of
मिलते
course.
क्या?
But this
तो
will also be
champs, हाँ,
RQ's first time facing Nongshim with RB, right? So it might be slightly different this time around because third time's a charm, I guess, for this matchup. But hey, kind of different rosters. RB seeing RQ with this roster, and RQ rather now facing Nongshim with RB.
Yeah, a little bit of a change with having RB in this roster, but we know this Nongshim team to have a lot of potential. It's just about managing to execute. When we take a look at their previous games, they did manage to beat DRX.
Yeah, I think for Nongshim, this is historically a matchup that's gone quite well for them. You know, this is usually a very close matchup, even though RRQ is this team that can top Pacific, that can win Pacific, the current reigning Pacific champions, and Nongshim isn't necessarily a team that has even really made it that deep in the tournament. I think that these two teams do play each other quite closely usually, and what is going on?
They've got the Scoville units of Shimran Yun over time.
Hey.
This
Indonesia.
Is the kind of did you work on this graph?
Can I just say Indonesia Spice is on another level as well. So I think that Monyet can actually take the heat, especially since you look at this face-off. Spice aside, Coville level aside, between Monyet and Dabby, and we know how this match can be very, very messy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key there, is that Nongshim have come out on top both times against RRQ, and I mean, this is, of course, the key head-to-head. Monyet versus Dambi, a lot of similar crossover and agent pool, but with Monyet taking that Omen, they've been the two standing out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Dambi's in fantastic form. In fact, this has been his best stage of Pacific all year for me. He has really been putting up the numbers. Monyet just had an excellent series against Genji after a pretty poor run of form, honestly. He's had some very, very lackluster series in the last little bit for RRQ in particular. So I'm hoping that this Neon head-to-head today is going to be fireworks and Dambi's going to be doing tricks on him like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're both just so chaotic. It's kind of crazy. But as you say, Monyet, I mean, he had been slow this year. There's no two ways around it. He had looked like one of the weaker players on the RRQ side, but then he really got them across the line. This
left right
came alive when it mattered the most.
Do you think that him dropping his mouse was a little bit of an omen, or do you think he needs that for like some good vibes? He needs to laugh it off?
He's just the clumsiest man I've ever met. I'm not shocked at all.
I think you were the one who told me that like he has to spill something on himself.
Yeah, it's good luck. Good luck when he spills food down himself.
So he has to be.
आज मुझे नहीं लगता प्रीमियर होगा चैट. हाँ? एक्चुअल में आ तो सकती है तू. मैं पूछता अगर कोई नहीं है तो आ जा. ठीक है होएगा मोस्टली होएगा.
Global, and yeah, didn't look fantastic.
Didn't go well. RRQ will start on the defense though, so that might help them out a little bit. Haven will be the pick here for RRQ. They do love the double duels with the Neon for Monyet. That will be definitely a Neon off. I mean, Nongshim's game against Full Sense in Ascension, where they 13-0'd them, lives rent-free in my head on Haven. And then that third map decider as Icebox will be an interesting one, because that won't be a Neon map. You will see Dambi on the Jet, so that will be more of a Jet head-to-head between Dambi and Jemkin.
We're getting so much corrode here, and Nongshim also showing they initially banned that map and they're bringing it out here. They're like, hey, why not? What else do we have to lose, right? Bring up I believe our predictions here. I think you were the only outlier, if I'm not mistaken.
No. I think all of us here went
for
RRQ.
Except for Quack.
That's a mistake.
Really?
It was Quack. Yeah, it was Quack who went Nongshim.
Well, let's find out. We're gonna send it to the stage for RRQ and Nongshim.
NE है या NS है नोंगशिम? NS ना? मैं एक दो गेम्स की वॉचपार्टी इजी ले लो. मोस्टली टेकन का करूंगा रे. टेकन में है ना अपन. आज अगर बायोटो द टिक्सनैन के प्लेयर्स के दो घर आते हैं सी फेसिंग, बात तो है यार. और या सीएस के ले लो, मजा आएगा. सीएस का तो मेरा हो गया कोच.
Team RRQ. We are back on the Sangam stage for our second match of the day. RRQ and Nongshim Red Force. Even though they have the Pacific Trophy, RRQ are not out of the woods just yet. They need to make their way to champions, and that means winning it all as perfectly as they possibly can. And we know this team can win, and they have. But RRQ's struggle has always been closing out matches definitively against Pacific teams. Can they hit a much faster stride today?
Yeah, they just beat the big brother of Korea in Gen G, so now they're going to take on some of the little bros over at Nongshim. It's a matchup that historically actually hasn't gone well for them, but they need the win so much more today because they're only 1-on-1 in their group.
As you mentioned, the Big Brothers, Big Brother texture called this team the team of Gen Zs, I believe. It's Nongshim Red Force, and this team is determined to stand their ground and make Pacific their home. They started off earlier this year as a team without much experience, and Stage 2 is where Nongshim proved that they are built for Tier 1 play and meant to stay on the stage.
Oh yeah, these are a fan favorite here in Korea, known for their explosive play style, and of course they have had RRQ's number in the past. I feel like this is a matchup that they do enjoy playing, that they feel good about, so I don't think they're going to be too phased by the fact RRQ have already defeated Gen G, because I think they're going to trust their own read here and trust their own style.
Third time's a charm, right?
Could be.
I mean, it's gone that way in the past. It could
Buran
go this
stage
way
aa
again,
gaya,
especially since RRQ now, they did show that, you know, just a little on and off, and sure, they won against Gen G, they lost against Global. RRQ now, I'm seeing, now that they're well rested, I hope to see that without the exhaustion of that first week, we're seeing a much better RRQ in peak form.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, honestly, that win against Gen G is going to give them so much confidence. It's
feel
going to be a feel-good win for them. Now they've had some rest, they've had some more time to prepare. We know they've been cooking for a while after some lackluster results internationally. They've had more time to practice and come up with ideas, but now they're well rested enough to execute those ideas well in the server and get back to playing their A game.
Yeah, that's the key. We know that the ceiling for this team is so high.
Oh, it wasn't you.
Yeah. No, it was Quack. It's always Quack.
मेरे को एक बात बताओ, हाँ? मेरे को एक बात बताओ. क्या नाम है आपका? प्रियंका जी. विशाल भाई सो रहे. कौन? आपके फती बराबर. ये बंदे ने फूड सॉन्ग्स करके काला चश्मा डाला है. पल्लवी जी, हाँ, आपके +1 ने आपके बॉयफ्रेंड ने फूड सॉन्ग्स यूट्यूब पे फूड सॉन्ग्स बोल के काला चश्मा वाला गाना डाला है. कौन सा गाना है इसमें? हाँ, ऐसा क्या टेम्पटिंग चीज लगा इसको? ये बात पे आपको सोचना चाहिए पल्लवी जी. फूड सॉन्ग्स, हाँ, पूछो जरा.
Second series of the day, and I mean, just talking about it, the Neon Jemkin, not something that he has played much of at all in his career. This is going to be the 4th ever outing.
Yeah, it is pretty surprising, especially with how good Monyet's Neon usually is. I mean, we saw on Haven the last time they played Gen G, it was very, very strong. So kind of interesting to see this change up. Maybe they just didn't feel like the Yoru was able to get the rotations as quickly as they would like for the duelist role on this particular map. Felt like that was kind of a weakness against Global Esports. The only time they've ever played it. Nongshim trying to lean into things a little bit where they feel comfortable, where they feel like they can get Dombi's Neon through, because he has been stellar so far this stage as a duelist, and they're going to need more of that, because obviously for Nongshim, you want to avoid that relegation if you can. Want to at least try to get into playoffs. And of course go a little bit further, but tons of work to do for Nongshim. This is a huge match for them. RRQ, you know, bounced back, got that big win against Gen G, and they look right as rain. So a tough matchup here for both teams in terms of, you know, what's on the line potentially. RRQ so much to prove after a disappointing run of things globally after their stage 2 win. Excuse me, stage 1 win. Dombi getting a little bit of info, and this is a complete mid-hold from RRQ. And Nongshim is wary of how much space they were given there. They're like, this feels like a trap. Actually isn't in that direction. Not initially, at least.
On goes past, because she's just going to be tucking in behind this defender's Viper wall. Which now gets lowered. Looking to clear the corner, and Cushy guns down 3.
No way!
Catastrophic way for things
to
start
right click में भी double ding पड़ा.
This is now push forward. Don't have to worry about the thorns at the very least, but there's so much more
एक बार उठा के पूछ
to concern Nongshim here.
बोलो Binks भाई पूछ.
There's a spike plant.
काला
To
चश्मा
get some
कौन सा?
cash behind going into the next round would be good for them.
You got a couple sheriffs. Could do some damage pretty quick, so RRQ pretty diligent on this retake, even with the numbers advantage. No util though. Get it done with guns.
Paranoid cross hits onto RB. Haunt getting the reveal.
Tucking
into the one corner, looking to try to get some damage in. Cannot do so. Kills not to be found. Monyet just down at 15. That's going to be the opening pistol going the way of RRQ.
पंको को टिल्ट करो क्या चैट?
Just a
पंको को टिल्ट करो. पंको वड़ा पाव हो जाए.
And that's just basically GG there. Love the way they're playing the retake as well for RRQ. Not giving those sheriffs much chance to do any serious damage. That is ridiculous.
Yep, that is a buy the bundle play right there. As it even took a second peek from RB to be able to finish him off. A pretty devastating way to get into this one here.
Plenty
of firepower now in the hands of RRQ. A Bucky here for Dombi, not going to be surprising anybody. 3 sheriffs as well, so it's a decent amount of firepower for themselves. Fight going to be considered, can hold that as the thorns get popped. Fishy trying to scale forward, the sprint coming in, and there's the bite. Held on to wisely. Dombi dead, smoke dropping, RB able to find one, Francis with another, but eventually they will get flushed out. So, tiny little bit of damage going to be dealt here.
Gun waste हुआ क्या? एक gun waste
I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time.
एक gun waste हुआ.
2 weapons going to be carried forward. Otherwise, RRQ, 2-0 start.
Yeah, I can see a ping out on the map there from Nongshim about one of those kind of unexpected placements of one of the Razor Vines. That's what really slowed up that hit. Didn't allow that Bucky or Dombi to do any damage. But it's great layering of the util to follow up with the snake bite. Well held onto by X-Pharaoh. And that really just stalled out that round. So that's a good read from RRQ. Good prep coming into that eco. And a little bit of just shots into the nether. Seeing if anybody from Nongshim was going to give him an opportunity to find a freebie. But actually it's Francis going to take down Jemkin.
Does eat a shot though from the Outlaw. Down to 10. And flash out confirming some presence. It's going to be a triple scale in towards mid. I'll be trying to avoid these shots.
That
was the one player who could challenge that Outlaw. So well thought out by Nongshim in that regard. Nayak could have scooped it up though. So that's still very dangerous now. Here in this bonus for RRQ.
Info लेने जा रहा है ये मरा.
Sparrow looking for a shot. If you had found Francis, would have been huge value. Bite will go ahead and delay. Looks like Cushy maybe considering a push down around the flank. Recon will go out. Relay bolt going to be avoided. Xfero finds a great one. Domby on the floor.
Bro.
Locked off here by the wall. Persia trying to slide around the pack, and Prowler trying to make its way through, cannot do so. Xfero not going to be spotted. Should be able to read that he's now going to be forward into the smoke, especially as that sonic sensor gets cleared.
Bro.
Francis unable to go ahead and try to hold that flank. Things are now falling apart as everyone loses their lives. The first casualty in the round. The only one suffered here for RRQ. They get a bonus conversion.
This is brilliantly played by Xfero.
Hello?
Just falling back immediately. Took the one shot, didn't try to greed for any extra kills. Bought a ton of time for the rotations. And they are so ready. Just covering every angle so nicely there. Thought Persia maybe is going to be able to do some damage from that position, but he doesn't anticipate Crazy Guy getting there that quickly through B-Link. Well, again, going to be available. And Francis going to try to challenge potentially. Get to it. Full armor, but he's on the other side of the map.
Jumpkin trying his luck again, this time against the half / no armors. We'll be able to find a one. Crazy Guy going to be hounded down though. Slide forward from Downby. The Bucky not in hand, but the Stinger will get the job done. He finds himself forward onto A, but the spike is cut off. As shot not flying, but they will just go ahead and overwhelm Ivy. Now, Nongshim, a rough position where once, similar to what we were seeing on Sunset in the previous series, have to fight their way out of the site to try to regain control over the spike. Smoke going forward, Jemkin missing a shot. And now leaves Moniette in a bit of a rough position, but Cushy is coming to the rescue. Swooping forward, finding Francis to bound out of the smoke. Domby with the scooped up Phantom quickly finds 3, and suddenly it looks like Nongshim might just be able to make a go of this. Xfero still alive. Noted on the flank thus far. Just chasing in behind them. Swing of the corner, Domby. The field of vision not going to be wide enough. Xfero continuing to scale forward, looking for the jump. Finds it, Domby dead. Persia, no health to speak of. Swings off of the plant, and there you go. Red Bull clutches Xfero. Goes 7-0 here on Corrode, guiding RRQ to a 4-0 start.
Man, this is such a heartbreaking round for Nongshim. Domby plays this so well. Gets that initial kill over into A-Link and just puts on the afterburners in towards A. And that puts RRQ in a really awkward position because they have a couple different angles that they have to worry about where the spike is down. Sure, they've got control of it. Cushy kind of gives away the plan there. Starts spraying into that smoke, but Domby just hits a phenomenal double. Crazy Guy with that Odin. Wants to take some mid-control there. Don't think anything connected. But now you've got this A-Link control.
I think Domby actually caught a bit of his head poked out of the smoke for just a brief moment.
Smoke डाल के smoke के around खेल रहा था वो.
Looking for the relay bolt set up at Jemkin. They whipped with the outlaw in the previous, now has an operator. And it's one hell of a shot. Gets a bit of damage. Persia watching the flank in through yard. Xfero continues to deliver. 8-0 now. See if he's got some more here. Snakebite at Francis's feet. Wanting to try to challenge it, and Xfero will still be able to find that kill before Ivy re-swings out of elbow. Barrier mesh going to be taken down. Sonic sensor still set up there on the wall. Trying to catch Jemkin. Dialed in on the angle as the C's gets dodged.
Sensor tripped. Throwing
net. Net lobbed in. Catches on the 2. Trying to bait for the peak. Nothing going to be spotted there. The tap. Jemkin watching for it, finding it, swings back, but they know that there's not enough time to try to get this one done. Nongshim will get themselves on the board, but they suffer heavy losses to make it happen. Crazy Guy take it down. Can't run as fast as the Neon, so a little bit of an added little bonus for them. Crucially, they find the round win.
डैमेज बहुत दिया लेकिन
Actually, Crazy Guy, I think, had enough time to get out of there. He tucked into that back corner. I wasn't sure if he just misread the distance that the spike was going to go off at. He also held at the edge of A, looking to see if there was going to be a chase by Ivy. He just kind of misjudged that a little bit, I suspect. But getting the op out of there is definitely nice. Having that Odin available, though, to clear some of that deadlock stuff. And, oh.
There's the pixel shown, and shot not going to connect. Pit now going to be thrown down here. Sparrow looking to maintain control of B main.
भाई लोग mid बहुत fast ले रहा है लेकिन
Nongshim. Trying to route them forward through mid connector. They want to strike this site where they have to also contend with the thorns.
Well, this is an interesting spot that Francis has chosen to hide himself in, though. That might catch Xfero a bit off guard. He's right on the other edge.
Wants to try to catch him going on a little bit of an exploration. And then he does just that. Down forward now. Site relatively open for the taken. Slowed up for a little bit. They wait out the thorns.
Omen ka round hai na?
As you similarly have this tuck in here from Persia. Drop down, strikes, doesn't play it quietly, doesn't play it slow. Jemkin does manage to peek up over the top of stairs, finds the kill.
भाई कैसे इतना fast मारते बे लोग आप?
But a 3v4 to try to get the retake, and now a pit. Nongshim realizing how important every single one of these rounds is going to be, but Cushy catches a glimpse, finds RB, and that might encourage RRQ to continue to try to go for this retake. As Jemkin does have an overdrive behind this. Time is starting to get away from them once again, though. Push forward the tap, the kill on the Cushy. As the Annihilation will find the grab. Jemkin gonna have to try to back away. Well, round now finding a second round win.
Yeah, that's going to give them a nice advantage in the economy as the money is run dry a bit for RRQ. Yeah, you're going to be able to keep the op. Crazy Guy has some, but outside of that, Monyet down to 0 creds. It's going to have to be some sheriffs and other various weapons. So nicely read there by Francis. He immediately pushed through the outer edge of that Viper's pit to get to the other side and catch Xfero. Nice annihilation there from Ivy. WhatsApp group just to make sure. Really well thought out by Nongshim. No timeouts yet for RRQ.
Yeah.
They're starting to find their moments. Starting to get a little bit of mid control. They're doing a great job at the links. It's a lot of damage, but he gets hit by the paranoia. Has to use the relay bolt.
He is still in there like swimwear though, sprinting forward. Persia. It's a very nice shot.
अगर ये लोग ऐसी mid लेते ले लिए ना भाई लग गया यार. Sound का लिख के रखो.
Hope of this operator being able to carry them forward.
तो ये लोग को mid में करना पड़ेगा.
Very quickly gets silenced.
ये कैसे मारता है ये
will fall.
हर बार उनके एंगल में घुस के मार के आ रहा है.
Now his position's been given up, so he's just gonna have to get settled on a line and try to keep his life intact.
Binks, the watch party streamer or valor streamer.
Positions up towards the heaven window. Just gonna hold the angle. I think now for Nongshim, it looks like they're content to just hold on to the rest of their guns. Just for now. Just checking in case.
Yeah.
There was a world where he just sprinted.
Dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure that everything's going to be good here.
Oh, absolutely. And don't want to let that ninja defuse go through. You never know.
I have to suspect that now.
Up 3
in a row after a very dominant start. RRQ maybe considering a pump of the brakes here as they get ready to go into the next fight.
We'll see.
Okay.
Team made
for now.
All right. Saw a judge there in Monyet's hands. Persia. Nice to see him step up for Nongshim. So good in their run to Ascension. He's been a little bit quiet at times. Nice. Ever since they qualified, and some laughs, some smiles. Is Ivy having a good run of it here, 5-5. Good round strung together. Creating a ton of map pressure, our Nongshim. Need to see a little bit more value there. How does some of this util?
Walk towards the yard, but no info here on Jemkin's position to slide forward. And Tommy just cannot find him fast enough. Jemkin able to just go ahead, re-scope, re-steady it.
Nah, bro.
That's the right idea. He got ahead of the relay bolt.
Slide वाले को time लेके इसने
Don't mind that at all from Domby. Just couldn't convert. And now, this is what sucks, is that operator was locking down that A main angle. And Monyet's just waiting.
Hello. Goodbye.
The plans here from Crazy Guy, so well thought out. Just piece by piece on the map. Everything just set up to ruin Nongshim's day. Throw a haunt there in the main just to check, but as we can see, looks like this round is done.
दर्द में आता है वो गाना अभी दर्द में.
What do you think it's like for Chober to experience like this?
12 गेम क्या अभी बचा दोनों गेम जीत गया तो क्वालिफाई कर सकता है.
Well, I mean, the problem is that the joy has never come when he's been supporting the team. So I don't know.
It has to be that, like, finally. I believe them for so long. They're great.
He's like the anti-Sliggy.
God, my yeah, but it's curious. I think it should be studied.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think we should be calling Seoul University up and.
Hey, Pankov! 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 बाकरवाड़ी देना मेरे को. वहां पे ये बाहर किचन में. हाँ मिनी बाकरवाड़ी है.
This is. They're going to keep the judge somewhat in the same spot. It's in Link. And yeah, he's going to TP into that same corner, but let's see what the response is going to be from Nongshim. How they're going to deal with it. This time there's a Prowler there. So trying to show a different look, trying to keep it hidden, but that clear that drone that quick.
They are very suspicious about Ivy's position here, so wall raised. Try to slide him back out into a safer spot. Here goes Dombi. Bounding forward, slides back, and kind of just ends up selling. Ivy short as a Sparrow. How does he find that?
Oh my god.
Oh, that one is just borderline unacceptable.
Crazy guy? Crazy Cushy?
Huh?
Cushy guy?
Cushy guy?
Well, this has been a weird round. Persia with a nice shot. Able to find Jemkin before Jemkin can get things lined up. Wheels are coming off now. As this feels a bit more APAC. Monyet sliding forward. Shot to the face. Francis able to shrug off the majority of that damage, but Crazy Guy, quick peek, quick kill. Persia dead. Now the 1v1, the slide out, and Francis with a fast one will continue to keep things close.
That is a rare mistake from Cushy. He has been so good this year. You don't see that too often. Another great play from Xfero. This is switching into the snake bite. Dombi tries to go for the double down. Oh my god. Yeah, Pat. That honestly probably lost the round for RRQ too. If he gets that kill, they're able to maintain a lot more control of that space. That's brutal. Okay, drone set up here for Jemkin. He's trying to get the catch, but just barely fast enough. RB gets out of there. That was the spike too. Picked up. They're just turning up the tempo.
Able to escape, and now barreling forward. Ivy flushed out. They're reading the tendencies quite well.
Hello?
So I think if you're RQ, I mean, Money is in a little bit of a wobbly spot. Playing a 3v5 to retake.
Would we able to see regular global stage of Indian or 10 years?
Well,
10 years is a long time. Very much possible, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and you do have some ults, but nowhere in a position to use them. So yeah, it looks like definitely a save. And this mid control really starting to hurt RRQ. And you can't get that value out of the Vice util because you're not able to maintain your footing in mid, and so you can't get the walls, you can't get the Razor Vines to slow up this Nongshim team. So once they break through into a link, the rounds just get really chaotic, and you have to rely on really good shooting. So like, you know, Xfero is stepping up early, sure, he's had some good moments, but that's not a consistent recipe for success.
Sure.
You gotta find some different answers, and now I think finally we're gonna get that timeout.
WATCHPARTY और कोशिश में
I
क्या
assume.
difference है?
Yeah.
पता नहीं, same है ना दोनों?
I saw the clock stop, so I was like, please?
Timeout called. We'll just go ahead and try to slow things down as we hit 5-5. This becomes obviously increasingly worrisome as well because Nongshim is starting on the attack. Yes, you know, often tend to be a bit more of an aggressive team, but they're going to have that deadlock as they pivot over to the defense, which can cause even more headaches here for the side of RRQ.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what the response is going to be. Mid control has just been a real issue because a lot of it's because you've been sliding Jemkin over to some of the mains to try to put pressure on that part of the map, but then you're not able to reinforce mid effectively. And Nongshim is just grouping players up time and time again to overwhelm. And, you know, again, going back to the pistol that got shut down by Cushy's hidden position outside of stairs where he got a 3K. There's been a few moments here and there, but 5 on an attacker side of growth. You got to be feeling pretty good about that as Nongshim. You got to be feeling pretty good about your map pick so far. And as RRQ, you either need to, you know, double down on the mid control or play for, you know, retakes a bit more, especially with a Nightfall there, especially with an overdrive.
Neither.
Well,
let's stack A main. We'll see though.
Well, you know,
that's catch them off guard.
Yeah. And it's kind of playing for retake if it comes down to it.
Recon over the top, however, pings all of them. So now they know that this is going to be stacked. Weapons.
भाई क्या बिटा है भाई counter?
Monyet trying to push forward. Hunter Spear around the corner.
अरे.
This is just handed to Monyet on the silver platter. Counter swing in from Ivy. Is able to find one.
अरे बाप रे.
Jemkin takes his head off. He's chasing forward. And with the overdrive, was able to find Francis. This now leaves Persia. His own device is quickly dealt with. A good call at the end of the day here from RRQ. They get aggro. They get themselves up to 6.
Yeah, as soon as there's contact, they let loose with the Steel Garden. And then Monyet just full steam ahead. That Hunter's Fury comes out and he's like, ooh, thank you very much. I am so ready for that.
Yeah.
RB's
like, well, okay, I don't have my gun. Let's try to slow down this approach. But they're already so far out in front of it. And you can see the RQ fans watching from back home, feeling pretty damn good about that one.
Do have an annihilation for Ivy. It's going to be the big ult here for Nongshim. Nobody else really close to any of theirs. Monyet has his from the shadows. Nice flash.
Oh, I mean, he was walled in, but elimination still going to be able to be found there as annihilation to be sent if he bounces it here. I think he might be able to find him. Yes, he does. It's going to be pulled through. The swing coming in. Monyet desperately trying to break his teammate out, but cannot. Dragged away to his demise. Player advantage now here in hand for Nongshim in the post plant. They're just going to have to try to face out of this one, but now they know. Found the first, and Jemkin firing back. They know that they have him pinned in.
This is a beautiful post-plant setup. Absolutely incredible from Nongshim.
Fast lane going to be sent, and Jemkin just not allowed to even try to start going, to try to scale forward. Monyet, I mean, he's backing away. He's going to try to, okay. Had the stats a little bit, comes up with 2. But it's going to be 6 and 6. Nicely balanced here at the
Not bad.
I love this from Nongshim. I mean, no fear. Go right back in. Get a good A hit here. A nice turn of the flash from Donby. Even though everything's slowed up, Ivy pops his ult, gets the catch, set up the sonic sensors up towards A crane. That's locked down. Then everybody else could turn their attention towards Link. Use that extra gun advantage. Start just spraying through smokes. Really smart stuff. So that's a hell of a way to close out that half, 6-6. You gotta be feeling good about Nongshim's chances. Like you said, you got that deadlock for this defender side. You're gonna have some creative stuff as RRQ, I think, to come back into this map and have a good run of it. Definitely doable. Look, I said that about RRQ when we were on Haven, when they were playing Gen G. I was like, oh boy, this isn't looking good. Because Gen G went 8-4 on their defender side, and then RRQ just stormed back. Oh!
And breaking through the sign.
That's sick. That's maybe one of the more creative signs I've ever seen. A punch, Nongshim punch.
Well, wanted to take a glimpse back at this one, and here's the concerning fact.
Okay.
Versus Global Esports, granted, there's some caveats to this.
Sure.
Just off the plane, just got back to Korea, immediately have to dive in. Global, we're looking really hot on that first day. Only able to find 3 rounds on the attack.
Yep.
Here on Corrode.
Yep.
So that's where I'm a little bit worried. Granted, very different setups they're playing into. Global, they run the Sage, they run a double duelist.
And this is
they're going to be playing in towards a little bit more defender-centric composition, because I think that deadlock kind of replaces the Sage decently.
Yeah, and a different duelist for RRQ. So that could change the dynamic a little bit. We saw how good Dombi was on this Neon and how he just is always creating problems. Ahead of that shock dart though, is Nongshim gonna be quite ready?
Persia trying to play off this trap here, but Ivy now going to be pinched. His crazy guy. Maybe his turn to find 3. No, Francis will be able to shut it down. It's the spike, but it's still a numbers advantage. As Francis trying to jump shot, some blind right clicks through the smoke, but will eat a blind headshot out from Xfero. RRQ 2-2 in pistols. Closing out both here on the road. It's the right round that they need, the right way to start off this half. Trying to find a victory on Nongshim's map pick.
For sure. Got a little bit worried there. There was going to be an opportunity. The backstab. Oh, crazy guy. Just tucked into that corner the whole time while the rest of the team is barreling their way through Link. Nicely thought. Nicely set up. Now you're going to have an outlaw again. There's no buy up to speak of this time for Nongshim. No Bucky, no nothing. Jemkin just going to scale forward.
Gonna go for a crunch here. Bounce out. Jemkin gonna be taken down. Monyet. Control. Things continuing to spiral though. It's 4 bullets left here in the Bulldog. 1 in the Outlaw, I believe. Spike collected. And that's gonna leave RRQ. No choice but to go to this B site. Push forward. Persia take a little scout around, but he is able to find a Bulldog at the end of it.
And he's coming from a weird angle. No vice ball. Well, but this tucked in position from RRQ. They're reading this really nicely the longer this takes. Figure out that Persia came all the way through their main.
Next from here, you don't have to be concerned about the approach if it's through mid. Smoke going to be cycled in. Snake bite thrown down. Persia eats a bit of damage. The Dragon Cross, however, able to find Xfero. Tucks back into the spike. Monyet with the reposition. Seems like this might have been heard. The drop down. And Monyet living up to the name. It comes away with a 3rd kill. And he can't escape. Even with a teleport, he doesn't get away. That's nothing saved.
Damage. Free round hai abhi
So RRQ, okay, yep. 2-0 start here in the second half. But it is a insanely high value eco round from Nongshim.
Yeah, I mean, love the call here from Nongshim to just challenge them in mid, just throw everything at them, see what happens. They find a great response initially, especially to slow down Jemkin and RRQ. Great timing from Donby on that relay bolt. He's able to get out there and just make a meal of things. Big util dump.
Forward in front of the bite, Jemkin dead. Francis a little while, he's frantically around as quickly as he possibly could. Scale forward from RB, looking for the quick transfer. Does put a good amount of damage down onto Cushy. As all these players trying to scale forward, very quickly noted and dealt with. Nongshim not going to allow for a bonus conversion, but given the weaponry, so Nongshim now 1 away from tying us up once again. Ivy out in front, looking to get that annihilation online.
Yeah, I have to assume it's just that snake bite initially from Francis. You know, they try to TP alongside of the accelerated Jemkin, and that's nice stuff from Dombi. But all it takes is that one snake bite. The rest of RRQ is just stuck at that door. They can't really scale off of that util dump the way they'd like. Just little things like that, just good protocols.
Okay. Jemkin dealing with the aggression here in mid.
दोनों ने slide मारा
That's
बे.
on Tomby. Good sign as RRQ tries to maintain this lead, not allow for Nongshim to tie it up once again. Shock dart forward, Jemkin down low. Pinned into the corner here by the snake bite.
भाई जिंदा कैसा है?
Doesn't want to make a noise. Ooh, crazy guy. Surprisingly, the ones to fall as Jemkin does manage to bring this back into a 3v3. Paranoia forward. Annihilation going to be sent. Grab onto one, the slide forward. Jemkin trying to save him here, but now that is just going to be a GG go next on the rounds. Nongshim able to find it in the end, but it's just continued chaos here.
I mean, again, Nongshim is so good about changing up the timing of when they're going to hit you with these mid crunches. This time they give up a little bit of space to Jemkin. They kind of lull RRQ into a bit of a false sense of security. I mean, okay, Dombi loses that, that exchange this time. But then they're just so diligent. Great stuff from RB, being patient with his util, getting that ping reveal. And you're kind of expecting that they're going to be trying to take Jemkin out, where Nongshim actually clears 2 other players. Stingers, some Sheriffs, just a classic from Anyet. So a weak buy for RRQ. They're trying to be the ones who are a little bit more patient this time. Nongshim sending RB out in front. Okay.
Trade. A little bit of damage. Would love to get the weapon, but so far forward here, top mid. Not looking to be very possible here for them. Barrier mesh now going to be sent through. Works off this angle of approach. Crazy guy going to try to maybe open up something here at A, and at least throw up some interest.
Able to at least clear that sensor and get out. So
mission accomplished.
And let's see what he's going to do about that deadlock wall. I'm not sure if he can. I don't think he can fit through it. Gonna have to try to clear it. So again, Francis going to be called on. Still has the snake bite. So RRQ needs to make sure that this is well coordinated, but RB slid in.
There it is. There's the spot out. Bite sent. 22 seconds now remaining. The wall gone in mid, but no other recourse but to just join the rest of the team here at lobby. Push forward coming in. Francis, yep, that 90-degree angle will go down too quickly. Crazy guy trying to push forward. Does manage to find one. Finds another. Just enough time to be able to plant this.
Wow.
Spike now in play. And suddenly this is far closer than we could have anticipated, but there's a spot out. Since that the Nightfall is committing for this, confirms that it's only going to be one on that approach, but he has no idea where Ivy is at the moment. But Ivy very much the same. Does he think about it? Does he just send the net here? Yes, he does. Crazy guy now going to be pinned in. Now position is going to be confirmed, and oh boy. A sigh of relief can be breathed here. As every single round just teetering on a knife's edge, it would seem. That Nongshim take the lead now 9-8.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, so well thought out by Nongshim. I love their protocols they have built into this map. Happy to challenge mid. Doesn't go amazing, just a trade, but you know, Francis plays this about as well as he can. It's just Crazy guy gets the reveal and instantly just goes for it, knowing that the time is gonna run out on him anyway. Might as well. And he's just able to catch them sleeping just enough. Jemkin's gonna have his all. You have a steel garden for Cushy.
Here comes the rush again. Slide forward this time, Tombi. Winning the fight versus Jemkin. Crazy guy dropped. Anyet fighting back for one. Stems the tide a bit, but cannot really stop the bleeding. Find themselves a player down.
Deadlock is overpowered in this map. This is the only map.
So now he's gonna have to try to clear this one out just to be able to join in with
which is
the two other players.
Lekin, Vice is still better.
Trade's there, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you have your pit, but are you gonna be able to get?
Deadlock का एक ability अच्छा है, वो है net.
Take some good shooting, especially look at this crossfire. Nongshim's got set up. You've got the sonic sensors, kind of give you a little bit of a heads up on the B site.
Got Francis jiggling, spotting, finding the kill, looking for the other. Ivy around the corner. Swinging out just a little bit wider, but I don't think he's read that Xfero's gotten this far forward. Well, there it is. Makes for a quick adjustment. Xfero similarly not reading Ivy's position, so ends up falling to the wayside as Nongshim get up to double digits.
Yeah, it's 4 in a row now for Nongshim. Love the way they play this map. The aggression early. Can get what you need. Don't overcommit too much. Throw up that wall in mid. Reestablish control of that space. Get this crossfire going.
100 tips, crew, energy, loud.
Really well thought out. They are just so ready at every twist and turn. Yeah, gotta take another timeout. Nongshim hasn't even burned one. Very happy with what they've been seeing. And I don't know, RRQ.
Hey, kiddo!
How are you gonna deal with this? You know, are you gonna have some answers for some of these crunch plays?
Hello, by Casey.
Be able to take some control of A Link a little bit more. B Link. Every time you've tried, you've been thwarted.
Hey, कहाँ पे मिला? मैं बोला था ना बाकरवाड़ी है. I'm never wrong.
A little more patience at the beginning of the rounds for RRQ. Maybe intentionally give up a little bit of space to see if you can bait a reaction on Nongshim. Yeah?
I didn't really glimpse at that second side. I think it said that they came from Egypt.
Possible तो है. कैसे प्रेमिस भाई?
Saying that they came from Canada.
Wow.
कहाँ पे था बाकरवाड़ी?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Shan.
Sorry about
Shan,
that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I imagine, in Canada, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
In Egypt, it's probably just as hot.
Probably just as hot. That's a good point. I'm more just trying to make the Canadians feel welcome, you know? Apologize. Well, okay, so this is the A-Link kind of play I was curious about, but Nongshim is just giving up this space. They're going to be the ones trying to play for retake.
There, the Prowler. Overdrive is delivering. Overdone as Nongshim get cooked. Huge round as Ivy now. This man is getting stop it from being a flawless. Francis now needing to do absolutely everything and cannot make it happen. Some decent little go of it, but in the end, RQ little half by ends up working a treat for them. One away from trying to tie this up.
Yeah. Really like the timeout here from RRQ. Obviously, you have the ult from Jemkin. You're going to rely on him to be effective with it, and he is, as usual. A little bit of help from some util. Trying to swing off of their own. And he's just there with the lightning fingers. Francis, for a moment, makes you concerned. But Jemkin good for the fourth, but it's more about the link control there. More about pressuring different parts of the map. I'd like to see them try to bait a reaction out of Francis here. See if you can get that snake bite out of the round early. Then you could pivot towards the other sides of the map and then have a little bit more comfort to re-wrap back over to B if you need to. Let's see if they can get something. That's exactly what I think they're doing. I love this. I love this.
I mean, it's still a lot.
Oh, the TP.
Okay, TP into the back. Mondian arriving. Persia.
Main.
Finds one. Traded. Sun coming through. Xfero. Trapped Ivy, however, doesn't really want to push the wall, but he finds a great timing right as Xfero tries to go for the net removal. Pings are coming down. They're reading Monyet's position incredibly well. You can hear the audio bait trying to his eyes up on the mini-map there. As Monyet finds one, but Tomby counter swinging forward. Catches him off guard similarly.
They're going to maybe try to go back in, try to get the spike through over on the left-hand side door. Or are they going to just try to push through a link? Got to win this battle pretty cleanly here.
Oh, the timing here from RB. Backing away, now re-peeking, snapping, however. There's no ambiguity anymore. Neons parallel to one another, sprinting across onto the B site. The plant getting ready to come through. Here underneath of tower, Jemkin to try to clutch it out, but the timing is not on his side. Down from above. keeps Nongshim in the lead now. 2
भाई
rounds
RRQ
away.
मैं बोला ना भाई
Closing
सेट
out
होएगा ये
their pick
वाला
up the road.
Yeah, I like the ideas initially by RRQ in the macro, but then they try to make kind of a weird play with Monyet going for the TP. The real issue is you get caught by the sonic sensor
नॉन
at the
एटिविटी
front
के
of the
अकेला
door,
क्यों
and
था
Ivy, that creates a contain onto Monyet, so his flank angle isn't really effective. Then you're scrambling to try to figure out a way to get to the other side of the map, and just a tough situation to read there for Jemkin, and Dombi plays it really well. Fakes the footsteps like he's going back in towards elbow or towards the arches, and instead just stuck around. Bamboozled his opponent Neon. Dombi certainly just one of the best Neons around. So smart.
that इनके सामने अपना मैच है हाँ by the way
True. It's true.
Quick clear of this barrier mesh. Ivy having the backpedal the Prowler, chasing forward. Net not going to find a catch.
Ivy blind.
The push forward. The Hunter's Fear.
But no way, ये NS का round था. No way, perfect smoke, no way, bro.
Still the ones profiting.
ये NS का round था.
Coming out on top.
Perfect smoke, perfect blind, perfect ulti और फिर भी
2v5 to try to get up the map point.
Should save.
Absolutely should. But
Yeah,
at the same time, they're gonna have the considerations. The calls come in like all of them are wrecked. Everyone destroyed. They're all so low.
I know. It's one of those just. If it's ranked, you go for it.
Oh, I mean, if you're ranked, your teammates not even hearing you call out that they're one shot.
That's true.
They have everybody else muted.
That's true.
Just listening to whatever music and not commenting at all.
That was.
And then when they die to a flank that you called, they go, "What the hell?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you let me know?" I'm like,
I said
भाई
it.
गलत था भाई कितना अच्छा राउंड था भाई वो लोग के लिए
How's that K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack treating you that you're listening to instead of your teammates, huh? Yeah.
this is weird because every time you mention this, I feel like the old person.
It's not bad.
You've watched it,
Yeah.
and I still don't really know much about it
I mean,
at all.
it's solid. You still haven't watched Andor, have you?
Nope.
You're dead to me.
Was I ever alive to you?
No.
That's there you go. Can't try to dangle that over my head. Not gonna be having that.
That's true.
Oh
no.
my God! What? Hello, Monyet? Oh, he has just bailed him out.
भाई मेरे को ये देखने का है क्या एंगल है
Because of the decay. He's still gonna get him out, but my
वही
goodness,
राउंड में
Monyet
बोला था
goes for the crazy play.
मिला नहीं
Oh my
था
God.
कुछ तो क्रेजी एंगल है वो
What anticipation. Expecting that there was going to be that crunch from Nongshim, and they had an answer this time. Awesome stuff.
Toxin screen down. Spike planted.
This is starting to look scary for Nongshim. Oh God.
Oh
Can't
my
even try to find that
God.
opener. Even if he had counter swing out from tower, could have come through. What a play from Monyet. Need to see it back on the replay. Absolutely saves this round from the outset.
I mean, my assumption is that Jemkin's just bait the whole time. He's just running out there, and it's all to set up that TP. Ivy. Whoa, I thought for a second he was going to get it, but turns, gets it. Yeah, that should be the save here for Persia. Yeah, some of these rounds just, it all comes down to just who can out-execute who. Who's going to guess a little bit better.
Oh
no.
My
God. I mean, Jemkin's 36 health. And in flawless fashion, RRQ tie it up 11-11. Nongshim, do they pump the brakes here? They still have 2 timeouts.
I think they should.
You know, look back at this. I mean, he's just out there.
Just really just an unexpected, you know, maneuver that Monyet pulls off. You've never seen anything like that. Probably, I don't think they ever did it against GE that I remember.
So timeout.
Oh boy.
Well, they didn't really get the opportunity to try to do it against GE.
Well, that's fair.
Clear the drone, a reposition here from Cushy.
Look at the deadlock util over on A.
Oh, it's just a dump. This is a landfill of deadlock util.
See what they want to do around this. Clear it and maybe just look for a reaction. Still the sonic sensors to worry about, and Ivy's done a great job playing off of those.
Okay.
There's the annihilation too.
But trying to go for it in this position, you're likely to just have somebody get spammed out.
Right.
So you might grab him for a second, but unless you can counter spam somebody, I'm not sure if it's going to be as valuable as you want.
Nightfall's going to be annoying. Jemkin's so weak already. Down to 11 HP off of that. Crazy guy has to be. Is he just going to try to sell the fake off of this? Oh, it's a crunch in towards Link, pretend? Yeah.
Okay, grab does come through. Crazy guy. He pulled forward here towards his demise, and we'll end up dying. And their frantic spray, trying to clear him out. This is going to give the position here over to the remainder of the players. Relay bolt bounced out into the corner, stops the plant. As France is now getting closer and closer. Finds the first, looks for the second Xpero. Cannot make it happen. Getting on top of him there a bit faster than he could anticipate. Nongshim get themselves to map point. Given how this has been going these last couple rounds, RRQ could absolutely still take this OT.
That's true. Nice little reveal there, but that's a gamble and a half from Crazy Guy. Trying to sell a little bit of a different direction where the pressure's coming from with the Nightfall.
Problem है कि
energy only at 11 HP, that's what makes that so challenging. You think maybe you can get there. He knows he's going to get hit by the annihilation. He knows that Ivy's there.
That's the problem.
Outlaw. These Neons, one away from the overdrive. You said Outlaw still there. 2 players susceptible. There's Cushy. Ooh. Shot's not going to be found, but he'll find too much damage back onto him. He does have a Phantom in behind this as well. Swaps over to that.
That's gonna get a late wall out.
Nothing going on
over in main, and Nongshim wants to shore up the defenses here again. Do you have a plan to deal with Ivy? He's repositioned the sonic sensors this time too.
We're all the same spot though. So they're not going to be spamming the box for now. So not going to find that really chip damage that they had gotten in the previous round.
Dust allergy वाले तो मतलब बहुत famous है फिर.
Going to be spotted there.
Thing is if Jemkin just goes right up the gut.
Spot up from Persia.
Sonic
sensor now the send. They're all lined up! Ivy and RP absolutely Zmoniet trying frantically to make something happen, but that's going to be Crazy Guy by himself put down. 13-11.
हमारे लग गए
Rocky start here from Nongshim, but they find their footing. And they close out their map pick of Corrode.
Yeah, these are some great rounds at the end by Ivy. Love these setups and just reads how they're going to want to get this overdrive into play so nicely, and him and RB just slaughter RRQ. God, I love the way they play this map sometimes. RRQ, some good punches, some good ideas.
Hey, Binks bhai, वापस कोरिया कब आ रहे हो? अरे
Black util becomes such a nuisance, and Francis did a great job early on in Viper, shutting some things down.
Well, when it's so stacked up like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like Ivy's just playing Orcs Must Die. Like, he's just got all these traps set up, and as they just come through, they're just getting absolutely chewed to pieces by all the different util.
Oh, don't show me this again.
Yeah, that was... It was bad.
Yeah. That was a...
Yeah. Couldn't really finesse that one. No. But this was a lot of back and forth, and honestly, I'm very shocked that Nongshim just didn't call a timeout. I would have thought that the coaching staff was going to get so worried, you know, as that run back was coming through, but they kind of just trusted in the team. They were able to get it done.
Yeah, no, that is crazy, right? Like, you know, sometimes though, as a coach, you might hear the comms from your team and think, well, they're saying what I'm going to say anyway. So.
Could be the case. Don't have the insights that they do. Either way, the trust, it ended up paying off. So we're going to go ahead and send this back to the analyst desk because that was a chaotic map and there's plenty to talk about.
Well, we knew this was going
मेरी
to be
क्या
chaotic.
गलती
It's
बता
RRQ
मेरी
and
क्या
Nongshim
गलती
after all,
आज
and this first
दूध
map
का
definitely
दूध पानी का पानी हो जाए इमॉर्टल 2 का इमॉर्टल 2 प्लैट 3 का प्लैट 3 हो जाए
डायमंड 2 हूँ
मैं नहीं बोला तेरे को मैं बोला मैं एक रेंज सेट कर रहा था रेंज
इमॉर्टल नहीं है तू
हूँ मैं
तू नहीं है
मैं हूँ तू
नहीं है तू
कल ही पहुंचा बोलो क्या दिक्कत है क्या परेशानी अपन सॉल्व कर देंगे गो टेस्ट में बोलो क्या दिक्कत है
मेरे को कल शूट करने
कर
तेरे को कैमरामैन बनने
इज इट अ पेड शूट
नो
प्री शूट में तो स्ट्रेस ले रही है
मेरे को करने का है
बराबर तो ट्राइपॉड है ना
पर वैसा नहीं है नीचे जा
बाहर जाके करना है शूट
नीचे
बाहर ही है वो
नीचे
टेक्निकली घर के बाहर
नीचे
नीचे ऐसा बोलते थे रोज वॉक पे जा रहे हैं अपन नीचे बाहर ओनली ना टेक्निकली
नीचे
कितना टाइम का शूट है
15-10
एग्जैक्टली हाफ एन आवर दूंगा तेरे उसके अंदर हुआ तो हुआ जैसे हाफ एन आवर का 31 मिनट्स होगा कैमरा उधर फेंक के आ जाऊंगा मैं सीधे चलेगा श्योर बाद में बोलना मत ठीक है डन है टुमारो यू हैव टू वेक मी अप एट
30
नो
30
काय को 30
12:30
12 o'clock you will wake me up 12:30 will go shoot till 1 हो गया ना शॉर्ट हाँ बड़ा खरीदे लो चीज को चुमटिया काटा है चुमटिया औरत में भाई मत कर यार
There seems to be the duality of Nongshim at the moment. Well, we know that their potential is sky high, but then equally things just don't necessarily go their way. So we do have a replay we want to look at as well, but this is about how both these teams are playing Viper, right, and how that kind of changes the game.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of maps in Valorant where with both teams play Viper, it really changes how you approach the map control. And you can see mid here is just an absolute mess, but also these double orbs make a pretty big difference on AEC. Attacking into this A site against Ivy was very difficult in general, but you can see the Prowler Paranoia pushes him back. You get the counter Paranoia from Persia, and it's just a wall of orbs. You know, it really changes how the map plays when you do have double controllers for both teams, because things just become a mess, and also you really have to play around the gas cycle of either team's Viper and then kind of try to call around that depending on whether you're attacking into it and then you want to put your own wall up after a little while, or you're defending and you want to try to, you know, conduct your retake, or, you know, various different scenarios that can really actually come in pretty clutch.
But there were a lot of good plays from RRQ. Jemkin actually, like you mentioned, did really, really well on this agent, despite it being like a very rare agent for him to play. But Ivy here on this deadlock, especially in those last few rounds, especially in that last round.
Yeah, I mean, he just finds so much value all the time. I feel like he understands this utility so well, and as well as his individual fragging power. I feel like he's a scary person to go up against. When he's holding down this A site, it's troublesome to go. This layer after layer of the utility. I mean, it's just so hard for him to get in.
Yep, he will be given the MVP as a result. He was great moving his sonic sensors around, and honestly, it's quite hard to play the Neon into deadlock sometimes. I think Yoru is a lot easier. We saw it earlier with the clone in that previous game for T1, actually really kind of making the deadlock a little bit less effective, but particularly playing the Neon into the deadlock, it can be a nightmare, because all it takes is one good deadlock trap that you overlook and your entry is completely crushed.
Yeah, not to mention that you're often kind of giving away a Q with your fast lane, right, before you want to go in. So as soon as that fast lane goes up, he can grab at the ground. He's got those sensors ready, or he can even Annihilation if that is up. So yeah, I just don't love the composition into a deadlock there. But Ivy played the game really well, did exactly what he was supposed to do in the matchup.
Plus adapting so much when he knew that RQ was going to do it. Then you saw him getting closer and closer, and he knew which fights to take. So smart, so smart. I have him on my team, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
नीचे
very quietly. It's like, no, we're not gonna hope. We're gonna head instead into Haven here. This should be more positive for RRQ, but then again, Nongshim just took that first map without even a timeout, which, you know, as former coaches, I want to ask, what does that mean?
I mean, it means they have a lot of confidence in their players. It means the players are finding the right answers in the moment. I mean, for me, it is still kind of surprising, but you know, hey, they got it over the line again. So,
I mean, at the same time, sometimes you don't need to call a timeout because the reason you lost the round wasn't something that you can adjust. You could get unlucky. You know, you can see various rounds play out in a certain fashion, and then your player says after the round is lost, they go, oh, I screwed this up, or I need to make this adjustment. And that's what you thought, so it just becomes unnecessary because you're basically giving, it's a double-edged sword. You're giving your opponent more time to prepare when they've already used their own timeouts.
Yeah. Right, and maybe it's sometimes you don't want to disturb what the players are getting into, their certain flow state, because that can also be an interruption, right?
Yeah.
But we are going to Haven, as we said, and RRQ has played this very recently. Are we going to expect RRQ to take this, or is Nongshim riding on there?
It's been a very good map for RRQ. Recently, we've seen them move over from the ISO Yoru to the Neon Yoru. Monyet on the Neon, he had a fantastic performance against Genji just the other day. Really carried them across the line to that win. For Nongshim, one of the last times that they played Haven, it was actually Francis playing Neon and Danby playing Breach.
Yeah.
That was this map.
I forgot that existed.
If they load into the server with
those roles,
When was
this was like between stages. This was not
okay. So they do have that in their pocket.
last time
I won against DRX playing those roles.
So they do have that successfully in their pockets. Are they going to bring it out against RRQ?
No.
Are we getting, do you think we're getting Jemkin versus Danby once again on the Neon? Are we going to see Monyet take it?
It should be Monyet. If RRQ don't make any changes, Monyet is playing the Neon on this map. I think we would kind of expect to see Danby on the Neon here. I feel like it does fit the map. We've seen it from these other teams, so I'm hoping for the Danby versus Monyet. But I will say, Jemkin seemed to get the better of him in that last map.
Yeah, for sure. There were a lot of highlights in Jemkin. But again, it's that problem with RRQ. It's like everything is going great, but why? Why can't they take the dub? We're gonna see if they do just that on Haven, especially since they do need these wins. Once again, they've gone up against Nongshim so many times. Do they finally win this time around? We're bringing up our agents right now. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, look at RRQ, no changes there. Monyet once again on the Neon, and he had a pretty good game on the Omen, so I could see another Monyet pop off on the Neon, and that is that Monyet versus Danby Neon head-to-head that we were looking towards.
Yeah, Nongshim bringing out a new comp. They're throwing it over to Gen G. Seems to be getting more and more popular here in Korea with Francis on that Viper.
They
seem to just be locking him into this role right now.
Which is Munchkin out here. What are you doing, brother?
Some Munchkin cosplay. Well, I'm excited to see it. He seems to be improving more and more with every match that passes. But we'll see if RQ can make their comeback here on Haven, or if this goes the way of Nongshim. We're passing over Binks and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much. Here we go. RRQ needing to extend this.
मच्छर है ना नहाने गया है घिसर आने कब से करके तो
तू आता है आधे घंटे तक 1 घंटे तक ऑन रखता है मैं बोलती हूँ कुछ 10 मिनट ऑन है वो सिर्फ
ना क्या है वो बंद कर दे
Going to be able to do it as they are just going to be busting out.
अगर हॉल का फैन ऑन
style here.
Yeah, for sure. Really
off a video, go together.
Something RRQ to be fairly comfortable going up against. Big execute, nobody home.
मैंने नहीं किया वो मच्छर जब नहाने जा रहा था ना तभी ऑन किया रहेगा कसम से बोलो मुझे कैंट्री निकाला इसके बाद ऑफ करो टेंशन नहीं
Got that paranoia, got a flash, got a relay bolt.
Turn around the back as well to watch. So flank about to be noted. There you go. Gunshots as well going to be heard.
तू स्ट्रीम कर रही है अभी?
Jemkin had eaten a bit of damage. Down to 82. Relay bolt going to be sent flying. Monyet able to find one Ivy drop.
भाई क्या है ये सिटी जाके मार क्या रहे बे वो लोग?
Comes away with that kill, but Monyet finds his second. Trying to go for the reload.
Attack कौन है? Defense कौन है भाई?
Quick little jump peek around the corner. Tries to take down Crazy Guy. They now need to try to go for the stick. Xpero cannot make it happen. It is a monstrous round from Francis.
RRQ असली में हारने वाली है. लग गए हमारे.
Well, multi-frag in the pistol rounds. That seems like Munchkin to me.
Yeah, it's not a ghost, but it's good enough with the classic. That is beautiful stuff from Nongshim. The retake set up pretty nicely.
भाई लेकिन क्या गुस्से VCT वो लोग को रीड आ गया था कि फ्लैंक आ रहे हैं.
The slide out there into open space, nobody to
Sound पता नहीं भैया sound तो क्या हो गया मैंने कम किया था sorry.
That's a really nice quick push out into C-Link as well for the side of Nongshim to make sure that that extra angle is not going to be able to be created. It's dealt with really quickly, and that allows them to just turn their attention back on towards the site. Wasn't sure if Crazy Guy was going to keep pushing up there.
From the check-in, Xpero not going to get blind tagged by it here, as Crazy Guy does slide back down through sewer.
भाई heavy damage दे सकते हैं, हार भी सकते हैं लोग.
Trying to slide across and does manage to escape before the Outlaw can get on the line.
Just trying to get info. But Nongshim just playing it so close to the vest. They haven't given up a darn thing. They're trying to figure out where the stack of RRQ is. So the good news for RRQ is you also have kind of hidden where everything is, but they changed directions again.
Yeah, now wrapping in towards B, a chance to pivot towards that C site should they need to. Xpero sliding back. Nano forcing him even further away, so can't even try to go for any spam here at the moment. Trying to get a little bit of exit damage there, but Dombi is a bit faster. With a significantly better weapon. Catches him in the head, so kill comes across RQ. Given that there is no movement. Why are they just gonna...
It's been a long time,
Yep. Good stuff from Nongshim. Good read there with not a ton of information. They could get the B plant down pretty safely. Going hunting though.
इसको तो मरना ही है.
Might as well.
Yep.
Ultimate मिलेगा मारा तो भी.
Corner, the headshot, looking for the transfer, the double face out. RRB, okay.
इसको नहीं मरना था लेकिन ठीक है तो मार्शल है.
So will Crazy Guy and Cushy. So.
दो और मिल गया दोनों को.
Not really any significant damage dealt. Just a ghost and a marshal going to be lost. Nongshim, they get the 2-0 start here on the attack.
Okay, not bad at all. So far, so good for Nongshim, making some good reads. This is side of the map where RRQ was fantastic the last time they played it. So gonna need to get engaged. Gonna need to get some of that magic going from Monyet. He was devastating on the defender side on that Neon. Now you're going up against a very different play style. And the way Nongshim pilots that Neon, they're happy to just go.
Speaking of which, still going to be suspecting that perhaps Xpero is alone here on this side of the map. Not yet. Let me take it down. Xpero able to hold his own into one. Jemkin now joining in the fray. Does find Francis. Right now, damn good here for RRQ. RB now last one standing. Will falls. Xpero at plat finds the kill. Dispatching the enemy team. RRQ will relatively cleanly.
Yeah, pretty good there. Getting some good info from Xpero, staying tucked in next to that box. And Nongshim trying to find some answers, but nice opener from Ivy.
Thanks for being there in my life in hard times and making me smile. Atharva, thanks for the 1,000 meri jaan ke tote.
This time RRQ much quicker to react than on the pistol round. The pieces on the board.
W baby W. Thank you Atharva for the membership, super chat and the GPay.
Non-rifle, or well, non-full automatic rifle coming into this round.
You play Valor today? 7:30 premiere.
Everybody else.
तो अगर ये थर्ड मैप जाएगा तो अपन बंद कर देंगे. 2-0 हो गया तो बंद कर देंगे. Basically.
Towards B. Monyet. Play the tight angle.
करने में ही W है. हाँ ना.
Version CP up over the top now in the back sight.
By duelist bay.
Spotted so far, but Dambi eating a big chunk of damage. Pulls the 10, RB taken down here. Dambi, the one to collect the spike, and now trying to rotate it out. Slide forward, Monyet trying to regain some space here. Ends up falling to the wayside, but Jemkin There's minutes to find Persia, and that's going to be a trip needing to be cleared as Xfero narrowly cannot find that kill. Cam out. I mean, they are just running all around the map. The spike is now in Cubby. He clears the trip.
जाएगा कैसे?
Oh, I
And
can't
he's
believe
just
he
going
got
to
out.
go bounding out.
I can't believe that.
This is wild. Jemkin, however, re-explore down mid, finding one. Francis trying to be in the open, trying to find something
ये
here.
कौन सा strat है भाई?
As this is just chaos.
Yeah.
ये कौन सा strat है chat?
There's so much to talk about, but certainly that's the end. Yeah, indeed. 2-2 now. I mean, just Nongshim just trying to answer quickly to the responses from RRQ. You know, too much pressure at the front of B. Jemkin. Whoa!
That is a hell of a readjust.
Oh my God,
Bro,
Jemkin.
bro.
That is disgusting. That's what RRQ is going to need.
Bro.
But then, you know, Zombies just running around trying to find somewhere to get the spike. Just can't quite get the read in time.
भाई लेकिन the amount of space
Francis
Union
is
ने
known to be
किया
in garage, dealt with the win in
क्या crazy
courtyard.
था.
Huge Xfero.
Yeah, just
पैन में मारा.
through the smoke, able to find Persia there. Looked like maybe he was trying to pick up the orb.
Yep.
Either way, good first step towards denying a thrifty here.
Yeah, you got that Bucky.
अब क्या B जाना पड़ेगा ना, option नहीं है ना ये लोग के पास.
Pretty far back with a lot of info. Oh, that's a nice
तो
pickup from
नहीं है,
Nayak.
save कर लो पट से. पागल हो क्या मैं? जब गन ही नहीं है तो क्या save करेंगे?
Camera just around the corner here.
Yeah, so I was just about to say.
Paranoia at the ready from Crazy Guy. Could just send this. Camera going to be cleared out. Trying to tuck into the corner. Dumby does manage to take him down. Trade.
भाई Dumby है भाई.
Cushy. Just the one casualty so far. Ivy. Eliminated RB with a Sheriff. Going to be able to find one more, but cannot get the round win. RRQ now 3 in a row. Able to gain the lead here on the defending side. Nongshim. Looks like they're going to continue to let it ride.
I was kind of curious about a timeout, maybe talking about how you want to deal with some of the Cypher util, some of the setups that Xfero's been running, because post pistol, that's been a challenge. Oh man, really nicely handled.
Balance is it?
Got some big ults on both sides. Pit, overdrive, Hunter's Fury.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's scary.
That's
scary.
Yeah, they're still just getting absolutely torn apart.
It's a good read.
Didn't get the ping reveal, but yeah, I mean, they just fully stack it. 4 players here.
Deep smoke,
Push up,
stun,
2
recon.
kills off the rip.
Who's guy?
Nongshim in a spot where, I mean, you would like to be able to save, but you will be hunted to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, and those are 2 huge ults out of the round. Especially that
Already
overdrive,
4-2
man.
up है. Next round decoy, 5-2 up है. Attacking
space creator. Just, I think, a good read from RRQ, realizing that, you know, Nongshim couldn't do anything on the other side of the map now with the Cypher setups, so they would try to make some kind of presence at A.
And this form में आ रही है शायद?
Just a great read. They will be given the site, though, so seemingly it's going to be a post plant here. Paranoia is used, though. Do have a Hunter's Fury for RB.
I don't think you're going to be able to feel any comfort in trying to utilize that at all.
No.
These 2 players left on the site can find an immense amount of kills. They cannot. Ivy Persia quickly going to be taken down. RB having to back away, but the chase is coming through, and he is tagged up to all hell. Slide around the corner. Monyet with 3. The defuse being stuck. RRQ now get 4 rounds in a row.
No comments.
In flawless fashion, and you have to suspect that this is where the timeout needs to be called.
Yeah, I would think so. That was so efficient. I mean, that dimensional drift gives you all the info you need. Persia tried to tuck in the middle of the fast lane to see if he could catch someone off guard. They weren't fooled in the slightest.
Pro Max.
Just dealt with it. Oh, he tried to slide out of it. Just shot in the back. As per usual, Monyet having some fun.
भाई लेकिन बहुत enjoy करता है वो game.
He's noisy. Was the MO that Monyet has. Yeah. I'd agree. Monyet's a bit of a yapper.
But when you said noisy, it sounded like you had like a Jersey accent, like Joyzy.
Doisy? Noisy?
Noisy?
Yeah. I don't know. It could either be the northern accent kind of creeping its way in as well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have too much of a...
Not anymore. It used to be...
Wisconsinite?
Yeah, Wisconsinite. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisconsonian was going to be my follow-up guess.
I almost like that better, but it is indeed Wisconsinite. But a lot of people in Wisconsin have very thick accents.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know if we'd work together.
One by guys, Paraboy not playing.
You want me to try to just go like full northern accent? I don't know if I
do
can.
that, and I'll try to go full. I'll try to go full Jersey. Full Jersey.
I don't know.
Which really isn't a Jersey accent. Everyone just kind of connects Jersey Shore, but those people aren't even really from Jersey.
Yeah. You've never
struck me as having much of an accent. Thanks for the love and support.
Trained in that myself at a young age.
Did you know?
Yeah, actually quite literally.
Oh.
Standard American dialect is one of the things that you go for when you're doing theater.
That's true.
So, growing up doing plays.
Oh, so is playing with keys VCTP. अरे observer है वो. Observer keys है वो.
Let's see. Full cluster here from Nongshim. Stinger, Bucky, 2 sheriffs, a guardian. If they can get into a post plant, they have a lot of tools to try to really make this stick.
Well, the good news for Nongshim is only the Viper is seen, so...
कैसे लड़ेंगे ये पे लोग?
Look at the Cypher setup. I mean, this is like anti-Donby. Look at how low that one is.
The bait for now is, the TP out into the open, slide forward. Donby with that overdrive, he's still going to be able to find one. Jemkin finding another. When the paranoia comes through, double facing towards Sewers because she dropped. Donby eventually able to steady the shots to find Monyet. Now the dust settling, Jemkin finding Francis, and that leaves Ivy all alone. Trying to swing the corner with just that guardian ham. Jemkin will come away with a third. It's a decent attempt, it's decent damage, but no plant found. And that is going to be moving up 5-2.
Just great reads again from RRQ. They have
such a good understanding of the tendencies of Nongshim.
It's like
ये बजट के बीच में अगर सोवा ने भी एल्ट अगर खींच दिया रहता
his tendencies right now. They're going to move the Cypher util back over to C, but that low trip, I mean, I kind of get what Nongshim tried to do there, to send Persia in first to try to break you know, any potential util that might be in the way, so you can get that overdrive going, and it almost worked. The response is just too good from RRQ again. Oh, the dink.
Finds him.
Oh.
Puts him down to 30. Francis trying to make something happen. Just loses his life. Feels like outside of these first 2 rounds, Nongshim can really get nothing right. Quick peek in. A kill onto the enemy Neon. The ping reveal. RB completely out into the open now. Has to back away. Tries to get himself across the gap there, but just going to get wallbang headshot for Ivy and Persia. Well, get cozy, because you have to survive for 1 minute.
Yeah, Crazy Guy could just use his ult to check. Are they in spawn? I mean, that would be pretty funny if they did. But they're actually kind of peeling back here a little bit. They don't know what's going on at over A, so they have to make sure. You know, you'd love to just thwart any attempt at them getting into a post plant, even though...
Attacking map
I mean, I get it. Yeah. Nongshim is typically crazy enough to try to still make a plant here. That is not going to be the case. They are very much showing restraint.
We got them. They're definitely going to just push through Link.
Scanning ahead.
It's funny. I mean, it somewhat honestly makes like RQ almost look silly because they're like, well, they could be planting.
Yeah.
Like, no, not this time.
Which is fair. It's totally the, right thing to do.
जाएंगे क्या बेस में?
Ooh. Push forward. GEELI swinging fast enough. IV collecting one. Quickly doesn't find any more. So still going to be one charge away from having the lockdown online.
अभी main है Salt. Salt के साथ
RRQ
वो लोग
continuing
fast
to
या
look
fast ही
excellent
कर
here on this
सकते हैं.
defending side.
Yeah, it's
बेचारे counter
these
हो गए.
early
3 बंदे
plays
mid
that they
में थे.
make where they're so ready for some of the
फिर एक बंदा करा जाए वो लोग 3
positions that
बंदे करा
defenders are
सकते
going
हैं.
to want to take peeks out of. You saw them shut down
Counter हो
Genji
गया
earlier in
counter
similar
हो गया.
fashion. Now it comes to fruition against Nongshim as well, where they're able to get that early dink, get an early kill. The round just starts falling out of control. There's that angle again for Manyet. He's trying to spam down the players that are just outside of mid doors.
भाई गरज के
Where
ट्रिप्स
that
देखो.
turret usually gets set up for killjoys. But Nongshim saw that in the VODs, I'm sure, and are going to be cautious about trying to put anybody up there. And you do have the alarm bot back here, so as long as Jemkin doesn't TP past it, she's not, you would have information. But it seems like he's just using this to get space and control the map. Meanwhile, they lean more towards A. Camera on B. Doors being cleared, attention being created. Look at this, they're 3 players tucked in over here. Francis, nice timing on this toxic screen.
What about it? I mean, they have to get Ivy across this. And as the screen goes down, it's just going to be kills found.
Spike down A.
RRQ.
भाई क्या aim है भाई ये लोग का?
Compared to what we were witnessing on Corrode, and even then, it was still close.
भाई वो attacking wall up था.
RP needing to remove that. The spike gets brought forward, but 2v5.
भाई
This would be
तीनों down.
a back-breaking round here. One that potentially opens up for a run back for Nongshim if they can close this, but the likelihood just doesn't seem possible. And even the TP into backside just to go ahead and try to check. Jemkin, his position going to be noted. Reface back in towards the site. Persia immediately dealt with his body and goes sliding forward. But RB cannot find anything else. It's going to be a flawless here. It's a triple push through the sewer. A nice little happy excursion from RRQ. Becomes an absolute nightmare for Nongshim.
I thought for a second that might not be too bad. I thought maybe even exchanges at the worst. But look at the discipline on who's watching what angle. Oh, crazy good. They're just too fast. Nongshim not actually anticipating, even with that toxic screen there. See, RRQ fans, happy to see that. Things just out of control. Nongshim cannot buy a round. And they're not going to be able to buy a ton for this round. They, again, have some ults to toy with, but you got to get into a spot to use them. You've just been getting shut out of rounds before you even have a chance. Look at RRQ. They've got 4 players over on C. They're just totally just going on hard reads now. Just saying we can play retake. We've been doing that.
Well, TP across. So a join in from Jemkin.
Here. Found my wire.
Sphero hearing plenty, gets the catch on the one, and that's going to be the kill. It's Francis.
Bichara!
The one hero rifle here for them aside from the Bulldog.
भाई क्या trip से ये?
Unable to find the kill there on that flank.
भाई क्या था वो trip?
Position, and now he is not here with the rest of the team to try to counteract this. Needs to quickly rewrap. If you were going to commit an ultimate, you would want to use it right now. As RB finding one. Pop flash out, Dami completely blinded up as they will just go ahead, pick their angles, find their targets. And Ivy just doesn't know which way to look. Once more, it is damn near flawless. 1 casualty. 8 rounds in a row. RRQ looking right as rain here on Haven.
Xpharaoh being so creative with this Cypher util. Who
यहाँ से अगर comeback मारा ना इसने.
See it every now and then. It's definitely uncommon.
Yeah.
Not the most common.
No. But it makes
Gamer
sense
Electromite, thanks for the membership.
Because then, you know, if the Neon's just running, gonna catch them off guard, and even if they're not, catch other players off guard. And they're so clean on these retakes. The flashes are good from Jemkin. The jump out of window of heaven from Manyet.
अब तो use आएगा Salt मेरे को
All
लगा.
timed really well, and look at this, they're doing it again.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
How long have these ults been online? I know Ivy somewhat recently getting hits, but it feels like Francis has had the hit for the longest time. They just, it's just.
They just can't get there. he can't survive.
Brutal.
It is. RRQ's so good at this map.
Free kill.
Oh, there's a judge.
Oh my god.
It's another rifle gone.
Jemkin almost being found there on a timing. Domby reading the corner well. Does
nice
snap in for the headshot. Trip now going to be take it down, but Jemkin managing to find the one. Hunter's Fury. This is Cushies, by the way. Find damage across on the two, but the pit now going to be in play. Nongshim very much looking to secure this. They have RB tucked back here at long. Not sure if he caught a glimpse of Crazy Guy there. Regardless, RRQ now for the first time in a long time have their work cut out for them. Swing in, Persia finds the headshot. Crazy Guy going to be taken down. Monyet up and over the top. Dives into the back and finds a good amount of damage. Hasn't quite found the kill yet. Ping reveal. RB striking, Cushy now. With it all. Cannot make it happen. Nongshim will at long last break this win streak from RRQ. Get themselves up to 3. And they're going to be praying to get a 4th.
Oh, for sure. It looked like maybe again. Just a nice opener from Donby. Sure, he gets taken down, but there's a good trade right behind it. And finally can get into that ultimate, get into that Viper's pit, and really just make the round way more difficult for RRQ. If Crazy Guy had gone towards long there, challenged RB's position, could have been a very different situation, but opted to go for Sewers, trying to get in position to back up the rest of his squad. Here we go again.
Just Fury, the blind Sanding Sparrow, however, going to be tagged up, taken down. That's a pump onto Jemkin as well. Pushes the Yor to 70. And Crazy Guy's just going to be spammed out.
That's huge, actually.
Suddenly, Nongshim here, the last 2 rounds of the half, they're looking alive and well. Dimensional Drift going to be sent through. Lockdown, however, starting to tick down as Monyet wants to try to clear this out, but it's only going to be good for 1 kill sliding forward. Now Jemkin, I mean, he's got to exit out of this one. It's going to be his demise, and even if it wasn't,
मुश्किल है
the aggression
एक साइड हमेशा
finally
रिटेक करना पड़ेगा और जब भी वो रिटेक वाला
good
साइड पे जाएगा
overall, and Nongshim will be
उधर थोड़ा 50-50 वाला होता है
Okay.
either it's a good retake or
I'm
hashtag
starting to
लग
think
जाए
maybe again for Nongshim, but I mean, I'm not super confident in that, but
they would. I think that this needs to. Let me see more.
well, for sure. But I at least have some hope. I'm not, you know.
I think it needs to be a pistol win into a very clean AFC. Then I'm like, okay, we're back on the horse. We're not falling off the saddle anymore.
मेरा टीम बन रहा है क्या यारो
No more horsing around.
Being dragged by the stampede of RRQ.
God, that so much of that half looks so good. I mean, was that 8 in a row there for RRQ?
Oh yeah, I mean all of their round wins were all consecutive.
That's crazy. But you can see like what those ults do for Nongshim once they're able to use them. RB finds a brilliant Hunter's Fury. I mean, especially dealing, excuse me, with Xfero. Almost choked.
This just came out of nowhere.
I know.
It's really tickled me.
Just all of a sudden.
It's just, you know, that's what happens when you get old.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
Body just starts shutting down.
Yeah.
Random times.
Yeah. Like right now, my body's like, why aren't you napping? It's nap time. Look at that. That's a sick jacket.
टॉप मैच में तड़ा गया लेट्स फकिंग गो कैसे बाय सबसे पहले स्ट्रीम लैब्स है
But I mean, for Nongshim, like, what does this defender side look like? How aggressive are you going to be? Are you going to kind of just play similar to how you play on Corrode and some other maps where you're kind of looking for those crunches, looking for aggressive push-outs? Heading towards the Killjoy side of the map. Zombie set up, no one home. There's the camera to check for this, though, so obviously this is going to be understood by RRQ that there's going to be players coming through A long. You might even see all of it.
As long as they toggle it.
I assume.
Now it has. Got plenty of info now. Jemkin looking to be the first line of defense against this. As the tripwire similarly is going to be there, and that's RB. Take it down. Very nice shots from Jemkin. Be able to find the elimination. Scale forward. Domby trying to steady that one, but the frenzy will come out on top. Francis now once again to have a monstrous pistol round.
Too strong na RRQ. देखा ना वो लोग ऐसी साइड पे गए जहाँ पे retake
See if
था.
he can make it happen, but it's just going to be a target-rich environment. And Jemkin is clicking heads.
ढूंढ के मारा.
3-1 pistols overall.
अजीब है क्या आज है
प्रीमियर
फिर रात को है NA फिर
Yeah,
है Pacific. Both streams है.
That starting to feel like it might be GG.
Yep.
It's a good read from RRQ. Able to just slowly but surely meander their way over through into C. Ivy tries to challenge and pays the price. Woo, that's good. I mean, Jemkin looks so sharp on this map. 14 and 5. Monyet as well. When you get both your duelists frying like that, especially when the lion's share of those kills were on the defender side of the map, that's got to feel really good. Looking like this may be your bread and butter map here for stage 2 and forward.
When the Terminator is on, no lava on the map to try to dump him into.
Yeah.
Right here.
John Connor plenty safe. No worries about that. Oh.
But timing अच्छा था बे.
Well, trying to just go for the triple face, set up a little bit of a trap, but just too many players there. Jemkin already lurking forward here at long. Turns back, just making a sense of it. Keeps the whole rest of the team nice and protected.
Drone out. Should get the spot. Oh, Ivy might have dodged it. Nope.
Well, they know exactly. Oh, okay. I was gonna say they know exactly where he is, but he gets out unscathed and then just immediately gets tagged down to 30.
Now you're just trying to die to the spike.
Yep.
आपका तड़कता भड़कता गेम प्ले देखे बिना तन बदन और अभी होएगा ना 7:30 को.
Continue to send
7:45 को डिले आगे खेलेंगे. पहले मैच में चीचा में
try to get that dimensional drift.
और
He's already
सेकंड मैच तक
halfway
वॉच
there.
पार्टी खत्म हो गया तो शायद वो आएगा. ऐसा बोला.
Now you have to try to back away. Swoop around the corner, trying to get the angle. Persia just out of sight. Jemkin, however, really starting to whittle away at these options as far as where the players could be. And that's going to be 3 now collected. Only Dobby down in sewers. Able to elude the grasp here of RRQ. So he'll die to the spike. Jemkin, it's going to be 2 charges off having that ultimate, as that is going to be a flawless anti-eco here from RRQ.
How many total flawlesses for RRQ on this map?
A lot.
At least 3. At least 3. I know that for sure. Could be more.
Looking like new turn on Ascent back in Reykjavik 21.
Oh yeah.
That's a deep cut
that is.
Very few people will remember what the hell I'm talking about.
I don't remember that. Until you mentioned it. I'd forgotten. That is crazy good stuff from RRQ, and look at the firepower they can bring into this bonus.
Sliggy will know. Chopper probably is.
Mines
Am I right, guys?
Steel traps of mines. Meanwhile, mine's a sieve.
Yeah.
It's a coriander. It's just leaking everywhere.
ये लास्ट राउंड है ना. ये राउंड आ रहा तो GG straight up. जी के चांसेस है प्लेऑफ्स के लिए दोनों गेम जीतना पड़ेगा.
Jeez Louise.
RRQ हारने के बाद इस मैच पे कुछ हो गया. इनको फुल फॉर्म में दिख रहा है.
Riding this until it ends.
I was gonna call you. I know this is like,
oh,
no, you're right.
I'll leave it be, but then you got there yourself. All right. Well, Drone looking for the spot. They got the kill. Ivy gonna be collected. Counter spam from RB. Just managed to find one yet.
Oh, but they've scaled so much on A.
हाँ,
already
right now
it's just on B. It all depends on when this is.
रोक भी नहीं पाएगा ये.
Oh.
Woo! प्रीमियर क्वालिफायर के बाद क्या होता है? क्या होता है पता नहीं.
The ult too.
Yeah, why not?
Body block him in the door.
Yeah, just be like, yep, here they are, here they are, here they are. He's just running at him. We'll try to counter spam. Crazy guy will go down. Jemkin exits, finds one, dies.
Persia.
Okay.
By
Finds that. Would have had plenty of time to defuse it. Things getting a little bit silly perhaps here, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be a bonus conversion here as RRQ now are up 11-4.
खुशी भाई ने गेम खेलना चालू भी नहीं किया अभी तक.
So clean from RRQ. This round, yeah, it's a little scrappy, but it's your bonus, so you can afford to have it.
क्या हो गया?
Be scrappy. Oh my God,
Jemkin.
Just when he's online, man.
शायद अपने नेट के लग गए शायद.
Just so crisp.
टॉप अप करना पड़ेगा सर.
Unbelievable crosshair placement. Ready for that spot all day long. All sheriffs.
भाई ये लोग eco कर रहे हैं.
Well, if ever there was a time to try to get a thrifty going, this would be it. And that would be the first step.
It's a good start.
Jemkin dead, a weapon going to be recovered immediately. The pivot call going to be coming through here. Nongshim trying to work their way across the C. Pass lane set up. Couple shots going to be ringing out, and that's going to be Monyet kind of getting offset, and suddenly, okay, the sheriffs are really ringing out as they're getting overwhelmed. Crazy guy. Okay.
Wow.
You know, when I said it, I wasn't really expecting it to fully happen, but Nongshim, okay. Does that jumpstart the engine enough to make this a run back? We're going to see a hell of a lot more clean shots like this.
इसलिए इको करने का. अभी देखो कितना पैसा है.
It's just good reads, though, from Nongshim. I mean, they get that kill on the Jemkin. There's nobody there, so it's an immediate pivot over towards C. Just putting all...
That's a caster blessing, I guess.
Yeah, good job.
Spoke it into existence.
You're the opposite of Chronicler. Does he have curse powers? I'm not aware.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more methodical as RRQ. Kind of got read like a book in that previous round, so now the economy gets a little bit shaky for you as well if you lose. So
excuse me.
Try to squeeze a little bit more orange out of this. Make some orange juice. RB, ooh, it's a full flash. Has to respond with the drone. Quickly cleared, but I know he saw two players, and I'm pretty sure it was both duelists. So yeah, calling everybody over, but RRQ aware of it as well. Monyet gonna show a little bit more presence. There's a TP over here set up by Jemkin to reconsider this angle. Nongshim is putting this as their strong side. A is gonna be where the majority of the forces are, but if you lose this battle, things get really dicey. Important for him to play his life here.
We're trying this again, trying to find a timing to get the punish, but Jemkin is there to go ahead and keep them covered.
That's fine.
Neural Theft immediately pinging out the players as once again, quick pivot across. Looking for this C plant. Forces a reposition. Crazy guy TPing up on top of the half box. Fully blinded up though, and Jambi eventually is going to be found. One kill, but then quickly loses his life. Francis, I started this round tag down to 30. Now he's just ping revealed out. Stuck into a corner here at the bottom of the stairs. Eventually will fall. A good previous round here for Nongshim, but cannot string it together, cannot find a follow-up. They now need 7 in a row to try to take this to OT. Otherwise, RRQ going to be locking up the win here on Haven and sending us to Icebox.
Yeah, it's just really good map awareness by RRQ. And a bad guess by
Ivy.
A lot of times it's been Jemkin on his own on the attacker side. So he's trying to get ahead of that. He's trying to say, oh, you threw the clone out? That's the Yoru by himself. You were darn close to that door. I bet I can catch you off guard. Maybe get ahead of an attempted flash through that door. Instead, it's actually RRQ is completely grouped up, and Nongshim gonna grab another timeout. There's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. You know, we often talk about it. Is this just one of those like, okay, this is fine. It's their map pick. We've got Icebox. Let's focus on that. Or is this actually, you know, going to be a real attempt to try to run things back here and make a go of this?
Oh,
I
nice.
know what I would be saying if I was the Nongshim coaching staff. I'd be calling a certain co-streamer.
Yeah.
Hello,
got some ideas for you.
Banya team.
Excuse me, children. Yeah, just
enjoy kar rahe hai.
You're not.
Oh no.
Can you put it on?
We can only.
What do you mean it's in the wash? Well, get it out. Don't care if it's soaking wet. Put the jersey on. We need the curse.
I don't know if it's going to work for this map, but maybe for the series. And, I mean, you have a Hunter's Fury, you've got a TP, got a Spectre. You got a lot of rounds, a lot of work to do. Oh my God.
RB looking to try to replicate some of that success. It doesn't matter about a tag. Dizzy guy going to be taken down. Persia able to find 2. Just settling now.
उसका HP नहीं दिख रहा
Player
है.
still standing. It's Cushy. Hell of a shot, but it was not going to be enough. A very nice little quick hit
Why
here from
उसने
Nongshim.
difficult shot मारा और stun वाला बंदे से मारा वो?
All right.
हाँ?
It's a good idea. You know, kind of that classic Hunter's Fury off the rip. Let your Neon go. Just see what happens. The util was pretty far back for the side of RRQ. Xpharaoh either hung onto it or put it up there early. And then, too late. Persia winning 2 over in Sewers is what really just destroys that round. That was huge.
The problem is खुशी के पास ult है, मोने के पास ult आएगा, वो ये round भी upset कर सकते हैं जब नहीं तो next round ये 2 ult घुस के मारेंगे और जंसी का भी ult आ
Just
जाएगा.
massive aggression. RB.
Gonna be forced away. Has the back full flash connecting. It's tucked over into the side actually, and that's enough. I thought they were gonna pursue a little bit deeper. Either way, kills are gonna be coming through. Now the spike is gonna be stuck here at back sight with Cushy.
13-7.
Trying to keep it quiet. He's all alone.
GG baby.
It's okay.
Wow.
Premier का 5th man कौन है? एक
Flawless
मर्सी का दोस्त
here.
है, एक
Nongshim,
edit का
5
दोस्त
more
है.
to go. It's their, I mean, they haven't gotten consecutive round wins since the pistol into the anti-eco.
They're just making some good decisions. You know, RB there just able to get behind the box just in time. And then Ivy there for the assist.
Ostrix, मैं Ostrix.
Oh, really nicely played. Looks like you have a lockdown for Ivy as well. Saw that come online. Fantastic. I mean, when you're getting that much map control that early,
आज Premier है हाँ.
just gives you that.
चीचा शायद से
comfort
945 वाले
awareness.
मैच में आएंगे.
Early paranoia from Persia to tuck Donby into this corner. He's going to challenge. Jemkin just holds.
ये तो GG है straight up.
Oh, Donby winning. Wow, Jemkin, I mean,
कैसे ult के
didn't
साथ
really fully
fight
believe that he
किया?
was gonna find a target there. He's playing the angle, but still looked caught off guard. Shock dart forward, not deep enough to clear that out, so alarm bot still in play. Bite held in hand. RQ, what are they thinking about here? What are they trying to assess? Looks like they're going to try to just leave Xpharaoh here in mid. Gets okay.
Mock में मार
Nope,
दिया.
Xpharaoh dead. RB just getting a sense, finds it at the same time. Donby going to be taken down. The smoke completely disregarded. Persia waiting here at hell to slide forward, and Monyet is not looking for this at all. Persia looking to try to hold the line, goes for the weapon swap, will fall to Cushy's hand.
क्यों ulti नहीं मारा?
In the end, it's 3 players still alive. RRQ. Economy
क्यों
once
ulti नहीं
again
मारा? गरज में
broken
TP
down.
छोड़ के ulti TP गरज से
Takes 4
सीधा
more, so that would
ulti
be
3
7 in a
side.
row for Nongshim. I mean, 8 in a row for, you know, RRQ. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too much, but you never know. I don't know what. Come on, yet they're just not really thinking anybody would be in hell at all. That just makes it so easy for Persia.
Premier sim करोगे हाँ. इसके बाद मैं जा रहा हूँ थर्ड मैप में देख रहा हूँ. वरना मेरी बॉडी मेरी गांड मारेगी.
Overdrive from
इसके बाद प्रीमियर और फिर NAB और फिर वापस पैसिफिक है. तो ये देख के अपन जाएंगे RRQ जीतेगा मोस्टली वाला.
Recon dart.
तीसरा मैच देखते देखते सो गया.
Oh, if that blind attempt to connect
Losing
on
confidence,
anybody.
वो लोग नहीं हार सकते भाई. वो लोग 3
Might not
major
be
ults है.
about to die. Well, still will be
कोई
able
भी
to
round
find a
convert कर
weapon
सकते हैं लोग.
handover.
कोई भी.
Monyet very quickly, happily accepting that as Donby trying to go for this maneuver here on the back, and they're actually drifting away from the A site now. If they just don't clear this trip and they get positioned up, okay, never mind. They're not going to be pushing back forward into these players.
Great mouse.
Timing though.
Yeah.
They're going to have to try to play forward, but it's going to be multiple players now tucked in. Over to the corner is Xpharaoh. 2 critical headshots found, and Monyet with a Vandal. Able to find it. Matt now leaves Ivy all alone.
Yeah.
On to 1. And he has no clue where he's at. Just playing it quietly. Tucked away the relay bolt. It connects, and that's going to be Monyet with Crazy Guys swinging out from the top to pull off a thrifty and take this all the way to Icebox.
Wow. I mean, all of a sudden, that round looked so well thought out by Nongshim. I think they played that nicely.
Alt भी use नहीं किया भाई.
I mean, X-Pharaoh just hits 2 headshots out of nowhere with the Sheriff and map over. But that's the problem, right? When you're that far behind.
Well. GG's. चलो अभी अपन तीसरा मैप देखते देखते BMW देखते देखते अपन सोएंगे और मिलेंगे 7:30 को प्रीमियर के लिए. ठीक है 7:45 को. अमेरिका छोड़ो ना, ये गेम देखो. ये एक मैप देखने के लिए मैं पूरा अमेरिका से नहीं छोड़ सकता, समझ रहे हो? क्योंकि आज वहाँ पे चारों बाप टीम का मैच है. 100 थीव्स, क्रू, एनर्जी और लॉग. तो चारों टीम्स बहुत बाप है. So I would rather do Premier Stream plus Americas rather than ये एक मैप. ठीक है चलो मिलते हैं वापस 1.5-2 घंटे में. बाय आदियोस शेडविप आदियोस. टेक केयर, सी यू, लव यू. आ जाओ शेडविप चीचा के स्ट्रीम पे आ जाओ. चलो बाय, मिलते हैं.